And I think we're live.
Hello, and welcome to the Spaceships and Starwyrms, or rather, Midgardia says trans rights stream. My name is Ben Quiggins, and I'm going to be your game master for this first little part of our stream called Hex Squadron. And these guys are my lovely players.
Hello. I guess I'll introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Aaron, also known as Nano Boozed if you're tuning in from my Twitch channel, which I rarely stream on. Um, I'm really excited to be here. I'm missing a part of my intro tagline. Oh my gosh.
No, you're not. You've got it all. You said your name.
And so far, the best part of my day is being a part of the stream.
Aw,
Aw.
ditto. Hi, I'm Getty. I use she, her pronouns, and I don't stream ever. I streamed Prey once, but it wasn't very good. So I'm happy to be here.
I'm Steve, or Average Calamities, and I'm really just here to mess stuff up.
That seems accurate.
That tracks.
And I'm Audrey, also known in internet circles as Lady Tabletop. And we're streaming for Midgardia today. For the Trevor Project is the charity that donations will go to. It's a nonprofit organization that focuses on suicide prevention efforts for LGBTQ youth. And they run a wide variety of projects for both outreach and research. Suicide prevention and LGBTQ advocacy are both things that Midgardia and Spaceships and Starwyrms feels very strongly about, so we've chosen them to be the beneficiary for this event. And we have, you'll notice on the bottom banner, we have some things that you can donate amounts for. I'm going to squint at my screen real quick while I try to remember the rewards that I wrote. So donate $5, you can give a player a reroll. If you donate $10, you can give a player the opportunity to partially repair their spaceship barrier for free.
Ooh.
$15, you can power up an enemy. Not that Ben needs the help.
Please do that.
And
I
drum
want to
roll.
be
Wait.
struggle.
Here's the big one. Here's the big one. $100, you can summon a Starworm into the game.
Oh my
God!
Is it hostile or is it just
We
there?
didn't specify. We didn't specify.
Oh boy.
There's no way to know.
Big shrug from the
Okay.
GM.
But so that's what we have, and later on we'll be giving away the first of many awesome prizes on the Midgardia stream, but we'll tell you a little more about that and how to enter for that later. So I think we're ready to get into it, Ben.
Alrighty.
Is that a total donation then? Because if yes, RIP. Yeah, these are donations. So like a single donation of $100 would summon a Starworm, not like an added up amount of donations to $100. That's how that would work. It's a big one for a reason.
Yeah. Also, it's worth noting that none of us have planned for that at all. So
Yeah,
if you really
so
want to play
Ben
the
will
wild card,
scramble.
We called that our Hail Mary. So
If you want us to just stop in the middle of the stream,
You're like,
pay
how
us
do
to
these stats
stop.
work? For
Oh my
$100, I will stop.
for $100, you send this into a huge improvisational exercise.
That's what this is. That's all this is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's
all
true.
right. Okay. So Ben, I think we're ready to get into it, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so too. Okay. You are in the Nakora Galaxy, a superluminous spiral galaxy some ways away from our own, where the mysteries of hypercharged dark matter create magic, and that magic twists together with technology in a union that has only become more and more scientific as the years have progressed. You're on the frontier of space, lying between the outer reaches and the core, where most of society, galactic governments, and populous planets are. And you're heading to that edge. The four of you are coming back in to your flagship from a little training mission where you were testing out some of the features of your experimental ships, the Hex Squadron ships.
Okay.
Go for it, Kitty.
So, sweeping into the hangar first is this low-profile fighter with swept-backed wings that are painted to resemble steel. Well, not steel, but feathers. And as it banks into the hangar, the red bar of color on the very like breast under the fighter's like suspended guns is visible in the landing lights for a moment, and you glimpse through the cockpit a Luantua woman on a swept back hat who comes onto the headphones and says, "Hex leader, touching down." And with a whoosh, the fighter lands in a designated space.
And for
What does she look like?
I was gonna
Tell
say
us.
for our, especially
What's her
those
name?
who maybe don't know.
So this is Yin. Her call sign is Joystick. Her full name's Yinda. And she's a pretty slight, medium height Luantua woman who is kind of like a bird person. Used to be part of the Great Empire, but she was never a part of that. Her figures are kind of sharp, and her colors of black feathers have like an undertone of like red to them.
Right.
Okay, well, if so now that Yin's in the hangar bay, you hear crackling over your comms. Think you could show me up with that fancy landing? And coming out from around the corner is a second aircraft, coming in, looking very similar in color scheme actually, on the underside of Yin's ship with a couple streaks of bold yellow and red. But as it barrel rolls dramatically and completely unnecessarily, it reveals that much of the ship, in its build, is a Luantua craft, which has a lot of, from a distance, almost looks as if this thing has organic wings in a sense, with steel flaps extending across both sides in an alternating silver and blue color. As this ship restabilizes itself far too close to the doors of the hangar bay, slides in and parks itself comfortably right next to the other one. Hex 2 Steel Feather coming in for landing. As the ship stabilizes itself, the cockpit cracks open, and another a young man, I think probably younger than anyone else in the quad, in the squadron, Luantua man pops open his cockpit and pulls off his helmet. For the description, Luantua is kind of for lack of better description, the more bird-adjacent race in the Nikora galaxy. So it has very sharp, hawkish features. Two wings with hands at the end of it, and on his ends, and but wearing a flight suit. Quickly hops himself over the edge and approaches Yin and says, "I've got a few moves of my own."
She shakes her head and looks up as the next ship is starting to come in.
Sitting at the way too complicated for one pilot controls of this ship is a very small statured, but kind of stockily built Kaigad man named Talco Gatakan. Sitting next to him is a feminine but oddly terrifying robot that's about his stature named Rekka. And complete opposite of these two graceful birds that just, flourish their way into this hangar, he kind of just putts in this, basically a space tank. Big, blocky, utilitarian design with a big central cannon and spikes all over the front of it. And it looks very scuffed and beat up, like it's been through some stuff. And it just kind of putts in slowly and sets down very, very gently, as opposed to Talco's typical flying style. Hex 3 coming in for a landing. Ironsides is set down.
The last ship starts toward the hangar. It's a hexagonal ship that has faded and scuffed green and yellow paint. There's a spot on the hull where a name probably was painted that's been scratched off, and somewhere else on the hull entirely the word Arsenal is written on the side. And in fact, this ship does have no less than 4 extremely visible, extremely hefty weapons on it. And it comes down none too gracefully, but fine, and lands Hex 4 standing by. And then the woman who steps out of this ship is a darker skinned human woman with the telltale wire-borne scarring on her temples and neck, down her arms, which looks kind of like a circuitry pattern. And she's got short hair pulled back into a bun. Looks to be kind of middle-aged.
Okay, so the 4 of you, as well as Rekka, kind of gather outside of your ships in the landing area. You've all come back in from your training exercise earlier in the Galactic Standard Day because the Commander Jur, has called you up to the bridge for a briefing about what your upcoming mission is going to be, or really what you guys are here for in the short term.
So Yinda says, well, we ready to go see what the boss wants?
Yeah, who knows what we're walking into with this one.
I say it's another crack at those pirates. Probably.
Talco pulls his helmet off and his pointy ears kind of spring out, and he shakes them just to get some feeling back in them. Yeah, let's the sooner the better.
We're finally going to get to test the mech mode of these ships. I'm ready to go.
You could say that.
Sounds good. And Yin will turn around and start towards the lift.
Okay.
We'll follow the leader.
Yep. So you guys head into the lift. You nod to a couple of the engineers that are like running out to check diagnostics on the ships while you guys are doing your thing. Some of them carrying like portable computer pads and other tools.
Talco's gonna stop and turn to Rekka and say, "Honey, just make sure they don't fuck with any of my presets." And Rekka turns and walks back towards Ironsides.
Okay. You guys step into the lift and the door slide closed, and it moves upwards. The Sweet Polly, as the ship you guys are in is called, is a massive. It actually looks almost like a giant D20 floating through space.
Yes.
This, with each side, I suppose it's not a D20 because each side's a hex. I can't think of how many sides that would be.
Let's not do math right now.
Oh boy.
I can't handle
Then
that.
it's a hexagonal ship. That's what I already called mine for this very reason.
Yes, it's a giant, relatively spherical hexagonal ship. In the gold and green of the Ix Homeworld wing of the Galactic Coalition Armada. And as you guys reach the top of the bridge, which lies behind one of those hexagonal plates, which is transparent to the space outside, you see hundreds of individuals furiously working away at their stations. Up on top of a platform that kind of floats lazily around this area is a 7-foot tall, bright red carapaced insectoid person in a white uniform with green filigree. And Commander Jur glances back at you guys when you enter, and one of their 4 arms motions for you guys to take one of the little hex lifts up to this floating platform. You guys step onto them. They're single-person lifts, kind of like the small disc that Static Shock uses in the old television show,
Yeah.
except hexagonal shaped. And they float up there magnetically and land you guys on this platform. And Jur kind of looks over you and says, exceptional flying out there today.
Thank you, sir.
Their voice being generated by a unique translation device invented by the people of the Ix, the insectoid race from Salava, and as they don't have the ability to enunciate the same languages as other people without them.
And gives them a salute.
Mm-hmm.
They're handling beautifully today.
And that is good to hear and good to see. Because we are finally coming in on our first mission out here in the frontier.
Cornona's eyes get really wide.
Glad to hear it.
Let's see here.
And you're gonna make us privy to the details?
Well, I assumed I would send you in blind and watch you all perish.
Look,
Of
you
course
know
I'm
how I
going to
excel
My
at that.
preferred method.
details, and you see their antennas like jiggle in that way that means he's joking.
Yeah.
The Ix joking body language.
You couldn't kill us off that easily, sir.
If anyone's gonna kill you off, it'll be you.
Well, you've got that right.
All right. We got a distress signal coming from one of our outpost stations that observed the barriers between the Outer Reach and the frontier. It seems as though the station has been put under siege.
Each. By who?
We're not entirely sure. We are still awaiting to get further information from the besiegers about their demands. However, from the look of things, they aren't there for the station. They are there for a ship that was stopping to refuel after a stint in the Outer Reach. A research vessel called the SS Moloch. It was performing some sort of research on space fauna out in the Outer Reaches. But the ship itself seems to be the target of the besiegers. According to the message, the distress call, it was already successfully captured, although it has not been breached at this time. There is a small force of ships enacting this siege. From the small information we acquired, 5 ships in total. Should not be a major problem. Although this vessel is not supposed to be technically involved. Due to some sector-based treaties that we recently had to negotiate. It is our suspicion that this group that wishes to take this research vessel is aware of our non-interference policy in this area recently approved by the consulate. That said,
Good that we have some unmarked, unaffiliated ships then.
precisely.
Pirates.
Well, I don't know if they're pirates, but precisely that.
No.
Lieutenant
We're the
Della.
pirates.
Oh,
I see. Yes, that works just fine.
Excellent. I've always wondered
I
what it's
will
like on the other
be-
side.
Dropping the sweet poly off at the edge of the system, and you'll be moving out from there. In a extreme situation, we cannot allow your experimental ships to be captured. Therefore, if you are unable to eject and properly self-destruct your ship, you will send a distress signal and we will come in and destroy them.
AA.
We assume the
Understood.
risk, sir.
Is there any other questions?
We got no intel on what they're carrying or what their weapons are like or anything? Do they look
The
like
only
corpse
thing-
ships or core ships, or are they like, I don't know, those filthy, what do you call them? The pirates, what with the space station?
The Wild Stars.
Yeah, Wild Stars. They look like Wild Stars?
Well, the Wild Stars don't have a specific flag or style of ship.
Right.
so
But you know
it
what I
should
mean.
be.
They always smell the same.
Olfactory senses do not work in space, Yin.
She shrugs. Can't say it, sir. It's a vibe.
Regardless, unfortunately, all of our information has come from 2 distress calls. We haven't had eyes on it yet, and since we're not in the system, we can't run scans yet either. They did not deign to describe the specifics of the ships besieging them.
So what you're saying is, we're going in blind.
Yes, you're going in blind.
Delicious.
Although we should be able to make a scan when we enter system before you guys are sent off.
Well,
Kanda
let's
looks
get
back
ready
at
to
the
go then.
others. Yeah.
Right. We will be there in 30 minutes.
Well,
Whatever it is,
Dismissed.
I'm sure we can handle it.
Sir. I guess as we
you
turn,
know, turn around.
yeah,
and
turn
head
as we
back.
Yeah.
walk away and we can all gossip with each other as we're walking.
Yeah.
along the bridge. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys
Sounds pretty
head
bold
back
for
down.
a bunch of wild stars.
Outer reaches fauna is what I'm more interested in. What's on the ship they're attacking?
Sounds like a corpse struggle. Like if somebody knew the research was going out and they just wanted to grab it on the way back in.
Not
Either
do
they
any of the
found
hard
something
work.
they weren't supposed to, or they're smuggling something.
You think the ship's smuggling something?
Possibly. I mean, if they assembled a squad to go after them and lock down the whole damn station,
Maybe they
Yeah.
found
They could
maybe
have
they
stolen
found
something.
something that's hard to find.
I mean, threatening
Yeah.
a GC station is like pretty big news. I don't think that's happened since like, oh man, I don't even know. It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
I mean, out this far, it's not really that surprising.
Well, I guess if I had to disguise some kind of hidden secret cargo, the most boring explanation I could come up with would be exploring fauna. Who would want to
Yeah,
investigate
that's true.
that?
Is that? Sorry, I always forget. Is that the plants or the animals?
It's the animals.
It's the
It's
animals.
the plants.
See, that's a little. No, it's the plants.
It's
Now I'm
the
confused.
animals.
Oh, whatever.
flora is plant, fauna is animal.
So it's
Thank
not
you.
a plant.
It wouldn't be less dangerous.
Yes, I'm
if it was
trained
a
in
plant
science.
necessarily from the outer reaches.
Well, yeah, but I mean, well, as long as we don't gotta board it, I don't think we gotta worry about it. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm not up for boarding today.
No,
I'm
I'm
always
much,
up for boarding. Well, that's why. That's also why I have Rekka.
We know Ironsides. We know.
Yeah.
I'm much more interested in getting to test out the new protocol.
Yeah. Have you
It's going to
deployed
be
that yet?
interesting.
Not in the
No,
field.
not in the field. Yeah.
Well, right, but like, if you messed around with the settings, like I
Yes.
looked at it and I was like, the specs are pretty
Well,
cool.
I have programmed Ironsides with a little more to help us with the docking procedure. So what happened in training won't happen again.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
Probably for the best.
Just in doubt, just let the auto docking fit in.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
so you know.
Talk
Rekka
about
can run
fancy
it too.
landings.
Let's change the subject. So I guess we should get prepared. We're gonna be there in like half an hour, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna head back down to the ship, I think, after I grab a bite.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some adjustments.
I'm gonna check in with my engineer and make sure we get the flight patterns. My left wing seemed a little looser than normal. Make sure that's tightened up before we go out.
The normal? Do you usually fly with it loose?
You know, sometimes if you change the hydraulic pressure on one side,
Core.
it makes a difference. I'm telling you, it's not all just
Core.
numbers. It makes sense.
Speaking
You just don't
speaking
get
as
it.
speaking as your engineer, I don't recommend that.
Well, what you don't know won't hurt you, right?
Well, you just said it in front of me, so I do know.
Thonk.jpg. I should
Y'all deal with whatever you want. I'm gonna go get my mission gear. And
All
Talco
right.
walks off to go get his plasma rifle and the other things he would take on an actual mission rather than a training exercise.
Right.
All right. Yep. It sounds
All right.
like
So
we're all
you guys get prepped, and you are in your ships ready for launch when the 30 minutes comes around. And over a little hologram of Commander Jur appears on each of your dashboards while you're sitting there readying for launch. They're kind of moving you to the right spots with the in-house wheels and such. And Jur says, "All right, we're in system. We have some information for you. Once you leave, you will be at limited communications except for with each other. Is that understood?"
Aye, Commander.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, Lieutenant Yinda, you will
Hey.
be lead for this mission as usual, but that means more responsibility than in the past. If negotiation or other upper level talking is required, you may need to weigh in or make a call. Do
Won't let you
understand?
down.
Good. We would like to preserve the SS Malik and the people aboard it above all else. The way station out here is a small facility primarily used for fueling and only has a living sentient crew of 2 people. Therefore, it is of a lower priority, although those lives and ideally the station intact would be fantastic.
It is our duty to protect the innocent, and that's what we are going to do.
Perfect. Now, I mentioned there was 5 noticed ships. These are 4 fighter class vessels and 1 arcane schooner. This leads us to believe that the ship itself is perhaps one that belongs to one of several animal interest groups currently having issues with us in regards to Outer Reaches fauna research.
Like the Exotic Protection Agency? Wait.
The
You think it's a...
Universal Wildlife Federation?
More of an extremist wing who fashions themselves as more effective than the UWF.
We're dealing with animal terrorist extremists?
Eco-terrorists, I think is the correct term.
What?
Yes, eco-terrorists.
I was not expecting this today.
It's always something different out on the frontier.
All right. Well, we're not officially GC when we leave this hangar, or we're not going to look like it. So let's get this done. And I mean, if we're pirates, we can cuss as much as we want, I think.
May
strings
Clement watch
attached,
over
baby.
you all. Speed
Fucking
of the web
right.
to you.
Thank you,
And,
Commander. We'll see you
hologram
soon.
will pop off. All right.
Well,
So
you
you
heard the
guys are.
boss.
You hear the flight attendant or the flight control officer for the hangar bay say, "All right, you are good to go, Hex Leader. You are good to go."
Ex-leader taking off, and the ship comes up, and the wings flare out, and she punches it out of the hangar.
All right, Hex 2, you're up.
Hex 2, heading out. Similar pattern as the wings flourish a little bit. You see the flaps on the left side flex a little bit before he
Oh
does
my
the
God.
takes off.
And right behind, yeah.
Hex 3, you are a go.
Acknowledged. Hex 3 lifts up, slowly pulls out of the hangar.
Hex 4, you are good to go. Good luck out there.
Roger. X4 taking off. The Hex ship fires up and lifts up and shoots out.
All right. So you guys head out. You are in system U753. Has not been formally named at this point. So pretty far out there. You make your way past some planetary bodies and a single field of asteroids, picking your way forward to this station, which is in orbit around the 5th planet in the system. And it is when you guys are about 60 arc away that things first start coming up on sensors. You don't have the extreme long range sensors that the Sweet Polly has, but as you draw closer, how do you want to approach the situation? In your vid screens, you do see very faintly. It's you're too far away to really get a good view on it right now. But you see the station and what appears to be a large vessel of Domos origin, smushed against the station wall, kind of pinned there, and a couple of smaller ships seem to be patrolling the area, and then a larger ship kind of abreast to the SS Moloch.
All right. They're on screen. What's their play?
Joystick, I'm going in quiet.
Aight.
I'm gonna activate my stealth system spin.
Okay.
Which I don't
X2,
remember.
3,
the name
loose
of the pilot
formation on me.
maneuver.
Copy that.
It's stealth flight is the name of the maneuver.
Correct.
I can do it with a
Stealth
DC 5 because of my stealth
Your
system.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so she's going in stealthy. Is anybody else going to roll a stealth check here?
I can.
Yep.
So at least half the party is being reasonable.
Yeah. And then Cora and I are gonna go in a little trailing behind.
Okay.
Ben, what do I add to the stealth flight? Is it just piloting?
Yeah, you roll a piloting check.
Okay.
24
23.
for Talco.
All right. Let's see here.
I'm having Rekka Honey keep an eye on those scanners. Let me know if anything pops up. Be ready to run bypass on anything that gets within range.
Got my special trans-colored dice that
All right.
Ben gave to me.
Nice.
I love those dice.
They're very nice. I do need the two of you who successfully go in stealthily, which means you get to make a stealth check. So I need you to actually roll a stealth check for me.
Oh,
That
hell.
will determine what their ability or inability to see you guys is.
I am trained in stealth.
26.
19.
Alrighty. Okay. So you guys go in ahead. As you get closer to the 30 arc distance, that is when sensors are able and active to interact with the other ships. It's also when you get your first good look at them. So Hex Leader and Hex 2 are both staying back a little bit, so they're not quite in range yet. But the other two make your way in range, and you get the enemy ships on sensor. Would you guys like to go ahead and try and scan, or are you just going to move in?
Ben, I have a
Rekka,
question.
Rekka run a scan.
Okay, what's up, Audrey?
So with my mechanical knowledge from being a crackshot fighter, I have advantage on identifying what exactly ranged weapons, including spaceship weapons, can do and like what their range is.
Mhm.
Is that something that I need to do a scan for to determine, or can I just go on site?
You could go on site if you want to roll a perception check, but you may as well try and scan because it might at least give you more information even.
Okay, so I say on comms, Ironsides, you taking a look at this?
Yeah, Rek is running a scan.
Yeah, and Rekka can
was
send
not
you
good.
the scan details too, and then you can
Okay.
fill in from there. So,
Oh, hey. Pi just donated $20.
Hey, nice.
Good luck, heroes. Feel like
Awesome.
you'll need it later.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna use that to power up an enemy, right?
They didn't specify.
We'll see. We'll find out.
that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know.
Ben,
Do people like ticket it for what it is, or is it just random?
We're all gonna die.
we are definitely. Someone
Nobody's
might.
barriers damaged. No rerolls need to happen.
Well, it's a
so I'm
We'll
just
$20
save
saying.
it.
Hey.
It's a bank.
It's a $20 increment, and it said, "Good luck, heroes. Think you might need it." So I think
To
that might
Barry.
be
Oh, that
a
sounds like a
reroll for each of
enemy.
us.
Oh,
No, I don't know.
okay. That is fair. That is fair.
Coming at it from a math angle.
Oh my god.
Sure. We'll take it.
Oh no, I'm that
All
guy at
right.
the table now.
Well, Pi,
Rekka's
if you're in the chat, go ahead and
Clarify
state your
for us.
intentions.
State,
Yeah.
state your
harder.
intentions.
All right. So to describe first of all, what'd you get for your scan, buddy? It's computer.
It is a 10.
A 10 total.
Mhm.
Ooh, no.
I rolled a 4.
Oh no, Steve, no.
Well, hopefully one of those. Hopefully there is a reroll included in there, right?
Maybe.
It's not
I
like
mean,
a
I will
bug.
use it right now.
All you need is it's a DC 10 to get the basic information. So
Okay, well there you go.
You got that.
You nailed it.
You got that much. But that does mean that sorry, I'm still learning character names. Della, you need to make me a perception check because it's not going to give you the weapon information you're probably going to want.
And I would have advantage on this because of my mechanics thing, right? That's how that works.
From my understanding, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify because it seems a little up to GM interpretation. 16.
Most things are. Okay. So you guys, you scan, you get some basic information. What you do see is that 4 of the ships, as was previously described, are fighter chassis ships. Looks like they are pretty classic type builds. Nothing you couldn't get off the assembly line, but there's 2 Lancers and 2 Talons. The Lancer ships are well known for coming out of the Domos region, and they tend to have a pretty standard package of barrier disruption and missiles.
Right.
The Talons, they are usually refurbished ships. They tend to have a lot of more variability, so there's not really sure from your scan what kind of weaponry or things to expect from them, other than the fact that they're fighter ships, small and fast like your own. The larger ship, the Arcane Schooner. So I'm going to describe this ship here because it is
it
one
not
of the
Schooner?
weirder ones.
Is it
I've
Schooner
always
or
said
Schooner? Because I've
Schooner.
always said Schooner as well.
I have
don't
no
know.
fucking
I've got to look
clue.
it up. I'm gonna look it up.
I've
Getty,
always said
find the
Schooner.
phonetics
I
for
was
us.
obsessed with boats when I was a kid. I had so many boat books, but I said nothing right. So how
Please,
do you
someone in the chat tell us how to pronounce that word.
pronounce?
So I had this realization that since we're on camera, instead of trying to describe what
You
an
can just-
Arcane Schooner looks like, I will show you the gorgeous art from the
Schooner?
core book.
Ooh.
Schooner.
Yeah, that
So the
art
right
is
sea.
by
Schooner.
Schooner. Okay.
that art is by Hansel Eldor.
Yep, Hansel Eldor.
It's really cool.
It's beautiful.
And so
I want to board it.
These ships are an old-fashioned construction from the Meshari people. It uses primarily magic and dark matter to propel itself. If you've ever
Solar
seen,
sails.
yeah, with solar sails and magically created atmospheres and stuff. But otherwise, operates and moves a lot of ways like old-fashioned sailing ships, but sailing through space. They so was it Schooner or Schooner? Is it
Schooner.
Schooner.
Okay,
Like
Schooner.
scoop, I guess.
Like
If the
Scooter.
internet is correct and did not lie to me,
Like
Look,
Scooter.
we can believe everything the internet says, right?
why would somebody lie on the internet?
We
No
just
one has any
we just
reason
need
to.
the boat fandom in chat to
Yeah, we
speak
gotta
up.
get this onto boat Twitter real quick.
Yeah, get on
Twitter.
boat Reddit.
Please tell me how to pronounce. Anyway,
Where are our boat enthusiasts?
All right. Anyways,
On their boats, not watching this.
hey, you can
God,
get
I wish that were
Wi-Fi on your boat.
That's true.
why would you?
I just saw somebody
There's
typed it in
water.
chat, but it's just the word, which doesn't help
It's
me.
me.
Oh, is that
It's
you?
me,
Yeah, Audrey
Aaron.
typed
I
it. That's
put it
Audrey.
in there.
Oh.
Sure.
I was like, that
I was
doesn't
like,
help us know how to
because-
pronounce it.
Because I specifically said, someone in chat, tell me how to pronounce this word, and then I put it in there.
Oh, okay.
I realize
Gotcha.
now. Okay.
Okay, what about
Alright.
the schooner, Ben?
Yeah. What about it?
All right. That's the larger ship that is hanging out next to the SS Moloch.
Glad I pronounced something right for once in my life.
Look, man, it's always 50-50, girl. I'm just saying. So you guys are between. So you see the schooner next to that other ship. It definitely is armed. It looks like its loadout of weaponry is arcane blasters and arcane enhancers. So there are these areas on the top of the ship where these strange like bubble machines are, and you see people inside them. And you're aware. You're aware, Della, that those are going to let them cast spells and expand those spells large enough to affect your ships.
Don't like that.
yeah.
So I report all this over the comms. Barrier disruption, missiles from the small ones, magic from the big one.
So they're
Um,
armed.
With your perception check, as an aside, you notice that the Talons both have an EMP pulsar on them.
And EMP pulsars.
Well, hell.
That's a lot of hardware for a couple of animals.
Yeah, seriously. I didn't expect
Maybe
them-
they're valuable animals.
Who's funding these people?
Yeah, I'm not so sure they're simple pirates anymore.
So
Well,
what's our strategy here, Hex Leader? Small ships first?
We can be coming in to refuel and pop onto comms, see if they tell us to piss off.
I'm going to stay quiet while we do that.
All right.
Works for me.
Yeah, if they go violent, if they go guns up, then start with the talons. I don't want those EMPs on our.
Understood, Roger.
Yeah, we need to draw them away from the others.
All right. Classic pincher. Gin flips the switch and lights up her ship as she's coming in, banking in, and sends out a hailing message to the station.
Okay, so your hailing message hits the station, doesn't seem to get response, but you get hailed, looks like from the schooner.
I flip up. I hit accept on the video call.
I hit yes!
I hit yes.
Dang.
Green check mark.
And a screen appears, and you see an older Meshari person with this like grayish green skin tone and these dull gold eyes. Their hair tentacles pulled back, and they kind of squint at you.
Hello, the station. Y'all in line?
What are you doing here?
Looking to refuel. We're headed back in.
There won't be any refueling at this station. You'll have to find somewhere else.
I'm afraid I'm all running on fumes over here. You sure we can't just slide by?
You are welcome to post up 120 ox away from the station and wait until our business here is done.
What's your business, by the way? I haven't seen a setup like this before.
Our business is none of yours.
Could be, for the right price.
You're offering your services just some mercenary then?
I didn't say services. I just want to know what's going on.
Well, if you must know, you are welcome to visit our website at
She pulls out her phone and she puts it in. Okay, all right, yeah. She has a hand of the joystick. I see a big donation button, but otherwise, critters?
Yes, we
What are you
are
doing out here with a
advocates.
fully armed battalion with a fucking...
We are advocates of the rights of the natural world in the outer reach.
So what's the natural world got to do with the station?
We don't really care about the station. If everything goes as it should, the station will make out of this unharmed, and you will be able to refuel and be on your way. So as I said, please back up to 120 arc, or we will have a problem.
All right. Well, I'm going to check in with the folks you have pinned down, so let me know if you need to talk about anything else.
You will not communicate.
I
with
canceled
folks
the call. I held the ship, the research ship.
You get a notification that their power systems are not working.
I'm going to hack. Well, can I find any sensors that can receive, like, my hail? Like a personal device or anything?
You're going to have to fly within 7 arc if you want to do that.
All right.
And that is going to be pretty close to the schooner, which means
it's close range. Yeah. All right. Well, after that call is broadcast to the rest of the squad, I like sit back and I wait for a second to see if they're going to come after us first.
They seem to give you at least 6 seconds.
All right. Well,
game on.
Game
Wreck
on.
honey, fire up the gun.
Stop him and drop him.
You guys, you get a hail again, but this time it's just a one-way message of, as you have decided not to leave our space, we will. There's got to be a better word for that.
Vicinity.
Zone.
Man.
Control zone. Space.
Or space.
But as okay, it is a reroll to each player. Good to know.
Diesel Shot in chat says it should be the Spacinity.
Astral
area. Oh my god.
Astral area.
Astral area. So
All
good.
right. What did they say to me, Ben? What did they say to me?
They say, as you've decided not to leave our astral area, we have no choice but to engage.
I'm gonna type a response real quick as I slam the engines forward. It's just like
K.
We accept parlay, and I send it back and then slam my drive.
All right, go ahead. Everybody, roll initiative for me.
All right. Hey, that's not bad.
Question is, how many initiatives do I roll for this?
Hey Ben, I'm spending a point of moxie to roll a d12 and add it to my initiative.
Seems dope.
Oh, damn. Rolled an 11.
Oh, man.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Here's where I'm going to realize what I forgot to look at before this.
This is the moment most players
Steve, no.
realize they forgot to do the math on their character sheet.
Are you most players?
No, I did all that.
Is that what you're saying?
Aaron, I'm most players
It's
because
one number.
I'm pretty sure I wrote all the stuff in on your physical sheet for you.
And that's the only reason I have numbers on my physical sheet. Thank you, dear.
That doesn't mean you can read. Like, we know Aaron.
Damn.
That's very rude,
Fucking
but it's
savage.
true.
Oof.
I got a 15.
I
Ben.
actually forgot to ask if we can curse on this.
Me too. I hope it's fine.
Yep. I'll have to curse
Cussing in the name
myself.
of justice.
Midgardia does indicate this channel is intended for mature audiences.
Oh, perfect.
So we're fine then.
We're fucking
Good.
great.
Fucking incredible.
All
I'm
right.
flashing back to our first stream where we all had to say fuck like 50 times.
Great.
Look, somebody's got to make the call eventually, right?
Right.
Once again, huge shout out and thank you to Midgardia for letting us be a part of this charity stream.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
We are, as
Thank
we've
you
alluded to,
for the
we are
donation.
not. Yes, Pi, thank you again for the first donation.
Breaking new ground.
We are not
right,
the
folks.
Midgardia crew.
We are not. We are the Spaceships and Starwyrms stream crew.
So if we say something and you're mad at us, We are the Spaceships Starwyrms group.
Please
Yeah,
direct all ire at our
block,
public Twitter.
just tweet at us.
Yeah, just add us.
Yeah.
All right, Yinda, what'd you get?
Got a 15.
Taco,
17.
Core,
20.
Della,
5.
25.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I say one thing before we start?
Talco, you tied. Reroll.
I think the captain can say something.
Say your thing, Yinda.
Go for it.
Next leader engaging.
18.
Okay, you lost.
Well, shit.
One of the funniest things about a party full of spaceship pilots fighting other spaceship pilots is everybody has Dex as their main stat.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
This is the space equivalent of a ballroom blitz.
Yeah, the initiatives, I just want to point out, go from 25 to 15. There's nothing in there's
my
nothing
God.
below
Wow,
that.
I rolled low. Damn.
Oh man.
I thought I was like mid-tier. Damn.
That was like 15. That's pretty good. 20, I was stoked. I did not realize I was middle ground.
Yeah.
Well, if we're talking like the actual mean and median,
Oh,
we're
shut up,
looking more at,
scientist.
Oh, get out.
Stop
This is like the
with
fourth
your
time we brought
math
up
talk.
math in this
You
stream.
fucking nerd. Let's get to the fight.
Della, you're up.
Okay.
You have first go.
How far out am I from the Talons?
I mean, you're in stealth right now, I think.
You stealthed in, so you can be as close to them as you want to be.
I really just want to be not within 15 arc so that I can use my piercer cannon.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Cool. So I target Talon 1, and I'm going to fire the piercer cannon first.
Okay. Keep in mind, so just a quick reminder, because I know it's been a while since most of you have fought in a fighter ship. Fighter ship action economy. You can move, and then you take one action. If you shoot, you only shoot once instead of twice. If you take a piloting action instead of shooting, you can do that. And then bonus actions are listed on your sheet as normal.
So this does subvert the 2 guns in 1 turn thing from a bigger ship, Ben? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's the one of the big trade-offs of being a
That's fine. I just wanted to clarify that you weren't talking about extra attack versus just the 2-gun spaceship
correct.
thing. So,
yes.
okay. All right. So my piercer cannon is targeting Talon 1.
Okay.
And I got a 16.
I guess I should probably
Make us
look at
roll
stat
our
block.
make us roll our piloting checks at end of turn for our AC.
Well, that's something that happens end of turn, yeah. But let's see here. Here it is. Nope, that's not the Talon. There it is. I'm flipping pages. Flips to the super station. That's not it.
I'd love to fight the Death Star.
16 does hit.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so it's 3d12 plus my dex.
Yep.
12 plus my dex is 5, so 17.
Okay, 17 damage.
And
You
that's on a
blast
2-round recharge.
Yeah, so you blast its barrier with your opening volley. Did you roll with advantage for your attack roll, by the way?
I did not.
Because you were hidden.
I
so-
got way more than 16, but not a crit.
Gotcha. It matters for you because you get that moxie back.
Yeah, which is important. Okay.
All right.
So I do that, and then I'm within 30 arc of it. I'm
Mhm.
gonna stay there for now.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in long range. Go ahead and roll your AC check. It's a piloting check.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's 13.
All right. So your AC is whatever's written on your sheet. Nothing
Yep.
special.
That's just fine.
Did you remember to add your handling?
I did not. It's 17.
Okay. So your AC is one
Higher. Yep.
All right. Next up is Core. You are not stealthed. You are starting from a place 30 arc away from the schooner, which means you're actually more like 20 arc away from the other fighters. But
Okay. So, hearing Yin shout in the comms channel that we're going in, Core parrots back. Steel feather in attack position, and opens his wings up. So a little bit of background with the Luan-Tua ships, if you're not familiar with them, is the ship design, like I said, had almost looks like it has wing formations built into it as it shifts and moves. Being Luan-Tua, an optional piloting rig for these is actually a little more similar to that of if you've seen Pacific Rim. It's actually a full suit tracker. So the way it works out is he has his feet in on the controls, controlling the guns, but he actually controls the flight patterns with his wings, which is really cool. One of my favorite things about these ships. So as he opens his wings wide, uh, revealing the weaponry underneath, guns armed, Core's going to take aim at one of the closer fighters.
Okay.
So not this,
Talon or Lancer?
let's go for the Lancer.
Okay.
The Lancer takes aim and says, oh my gosh, I've never blanked with a dumb catchphrase before.
Come on. Snappy. I believe in you.
Nope, performance anxiety.
Wow.
It's real.
I guess it's Core's
True
thing. Core has
prerogative.
performance anxiety.
Yeah, so he opens it up, and it's just like kind of a dark spot of space we have here. Let's brighten things up. And arms his light machine gun. But unlike standard light machine guns, Core is a paladin. And there's this fun thing called smiting, which can be done through the ship. So as he charges up his light machine
You're
gun
looking at
blast,
your ship guns, I assume, not
Yes.
your guns on your sheet. So you're
it's
talking about
actually
a heavy gun?
It's actually a heavy
Yeah.
gun, you're right.
Just checking.
Charges up the heavy gun and is going to blast. But
Lancer 1.
so in with this rig is able to charge and range smite through this thing. So I guess I'm rolling an attack.
Yeah, so you're going to move into mid-range so that you're in range and fire away. Make your attack roll.
Yep. I guess I do have to move 5 arc because you said I was 20 arc away from the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So in that case, wings wide, pushes forward 5 arc, and then opens fire. Ooh, but I did not roll well. That's only a 11.
You have a reroll.
I think I'm going to take it. Thanks to Pi for that initial donation, letting us re-roll that horrible 4.
Saving you.
Oh, that's so much better. Math time. 15?
A 15, you said?
Yes.
Okay. 15 does hit.
Yes. All right. It looks like it's going to be...
Should be 2d12 plus your dex.
Yes. And then, does that include the smite? I don't think it
No,
does.
it won't include, that doesn't include the smite, so you'll have to add that whatever level spell you're sacrificing.
Let's see here. I don't have a spell sheet.
It's because I just wrote your number of spells on your first sheet. So you have 4 first level, 3 second level, 2d8 for a first level, 3d8 for a second level.
Yep. Let's do, it's got to come out swinging. It's got to be 3d8 for one of my second level spots. So I'll just...
Oh my gosh.
I
Roll
mean,
Murder this Lancer.
I mean, they might reconsider. I'm just saying.
I did tell him we accept parlay.
That is correct. Ooh. 7, 7, 6. So 23, and then one more d8 is 30. Holy smokes. So 30 points of damage come flying out of the heavy gun.
Yep, you... and you blast this ship's barrier for that. Its barrier hasn't gone down, but you have their attention.
So
Go ahead. What's up?
that's right. I only get the one because I moved. Right?
Yes. Well, you only ever
Here.
get one.
That's right.
Because you're in a fighter.
We
you're in
just
a
talked
fighter.
about that.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
All right. Go ahead and make your piloting check for your AC.
All right. Not too bad. 17.
Okay, so your AC is 1 higher this round.
Sounds good.
Would you like to stay in mid-range? You still have move speed, so you can get into short range, or you can leave and go back into long range. Your call.
he'll want to do that. So as he like pushes forward, does a pass by, blasting one of the ships, and then tilts and flies to hook around and go back out
To
Into
long
long
range.
long range.
Okay. So you're back out in long range. As the Lancer gives chase, since it is up next, and it flies forward towards you until you're both in range of each other. And it's going to fire its shield buster at you.
Oof.
Nasty.
So what is your AC +1?
+1 into 16.
Okay. 13 on the die. It hits you.
Oh no.
So your ship is rocked as it takes 10 points of damage
To its barrier.
to the barrier, yeah.
Oof. So as the steel feather shudders from the impact and says, "Sustaining shields left at 80%. That thing doesn't feel good."
And as you say that, the second Lancer, since one of you guys hasn't left stealth yet, swings around, also firing at this heavy hitting ship that they've run into, and successfully hits.
Oh.
Oh no!
Crit?
No, just a lot. I rolled very high on the dice. For another 18 points of damage to your barrier.
Holy smokes.
So you're under heavy fire as these two ships crowd in on you in mid-range. Meanwhile, the Talon that was fired at by Della also swings around to enter this dogfight with her. What is your AC +1?
15.
15. Okay.
Oof, owie, ouch, that hurts.
Oh yeah, it's not going to bother with that. I forgot about that. It flies into close. Wait, no, you stayed very far away from it, didn't you?
I did. I stayed at
Okay.
long range. 30 arc.
So it swings around in an attempt to get closer to you and realizes it's probably not going to be able to do that and shoot. So instead, it's going to go ahead and try and dash to get you in close range of its guns.
Hmm?
All right. It does so. So it flies in, and now it's in close range with you, but isn't able to fire at you this turn. Meanwhile, Hex Leader, one of the ships swings in at you, getting into. Let's see, you were. Yeah. So it flies into close range with you, and it emits a cone of EMP pulse towards you. So I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Then I have a question.
What's
I
up?
thought the Lancers were the ones that had the EMPs.
Did I get that mixed up?
You told us the Lancers had them and the other ships had guns and missiles.
Oh shit!
Because I
you're
meant
totally
to be
right.
Is it
targeting
Lancer or
the
Talon that has the EMP?
Talon or Lancer. Talon had the EMPs.
Yeah, the Talons had the EMPs.
I targeted a Talon, I
you
thought.
did, yeah,
Okay.
and it wasn't
Okay.
able to get close enough to you to EMP you.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
thought you said Lancer, not Talon, so that was why I was confused.
Oh, I might have said Lancer instead of Talon, but these are Talons.
Okay, we're good. I just got
Apologies.
mixed up. My bad.
Intelligence saving throw, Yin.
Okay. Let's take a peek. Rolled a 19, so that's gonna be. Am I smart or not? It's a 24.
All right.
Smart enough.
So you realize what's coming, and you put up your defense protocols for EMP. The shields pop into place and get disrupted instead. And that ship is done. Next
Flicker.
up is Talco.
All right. I'm
You're
still in stealth.
Yep.
Is one of the Talons within medium range for me?
Yes, definitely. Either one.
All right.
One
I'm
of
gonna
them's
run.
damaged,
I'm
the
gonna
other
run a
one's not.
bypass.
Okay, damaged or non-damaged?
Let's go with the non-damaged one.
Okay, roll your hack check.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. Roll stealth to see if you're noticed on their system.
That is 21.
Okay. You seem to be stealthily on their system, so that was your action this turn. And I assume you're just staying close to them and staying in stealth currently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna kind of putt forward, not full speed, but just get closer in case they try to get out of my range.
Right. Well, to be in stealth, you move at half speed anyways, so.
Sure. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. You do so. Next up is Yinda.
Okay. So I'm gonna punch it towards the nearest town. I think the one that just took a pot shot at me. What arc
yeah.
are they at?
They are 5 arc from you, so they're pretty
Okay.
close.
So I'm going to yeah. I'm just gonna. What's my turning radius? Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Turning
Turns
radius.
would probably be
Does,
one.
does Rekka get an action as my co-pilot?
Your bonus action, you're a roboticist, so use your bonus action to have your robot do something.
She would she'd get into the torpedo tube. Get ready to launch.
Herself?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna launch a
What?
robot out of your spaceship.
Alright. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right. So on my turn, I'm gonna swing my ship up like to the side of the other ship, and I mutter to myself like, "We'll see how you like a disruption." And I'm gonna target them with the hack action.
Okay. So are you hacking the same Talon that because this is the same Talon that your buddy Talco is also in right now. Go for it.
Is in?
Yeah, he hacked into the same ship. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
know that though. He's stealth, so
Yeah,
you're
so
fine.
I can't tell.
Yep.
I am going to attempt to sabotage, so I'm going to make a hack check.
Yep.
Gonna use my reroll. I rolled a 3. All right, let's see if it happens. 13 plus my hack, which is computers of 8. So 21.
Yep. So you'll action get on the system, and now you can bonus action hack to sabotage.
Boop, and I'm gonna do 4d6 damage. 2, 1, 1, 4. Okay, so 8
points.
damage
Okay.
as like I broad spectrum try to just
fuck with
crash
their
the
systems.
systems. Yeah.
Right. So you're damaging the system of the ship by like you've hacked into it and you're running programs that are making like part of the engine block heat higher than it needs to and stuff. This is the sabotage is an overt hack action, so I'm not going to have you roll stealth. They know
I'm
that
not
they've been hacked. But ironically, they don't know that Talco is also on there.
Target me! Come on!
All right. Are you going to stay in close range, or are you going to fly away now that you're in their system?
Hack is only at close range, right? Or is it at medium?
Yes. A hack is only
Medium.
at close for you because you don't have the extra add-on.
As I'm like
But-
pivoting, I'm gonna hold at close range.
Okay. All right. Next up is the Schooner. So they see all of this flurry of fighting going on. And shit, man, where the fuck?
You just showed the book to us.
You just
No,
put it
I
down.
thought I had the book. I was looking for a page marker because I have each of the ship stat blocks marked. Okay.
Use a dice.
What? No, Audrey, no.
Audrey, why?
Anything can be a bookmark if you put it in your book.
That is a chaotic evil statement.
It's also the most true thing you've ever heard her say in her life.
All
I
right.
use everything as bookmarks. Pens,
Oh my god.
my hand.
So it's going to start by firing one of its point defense cannons at let's see here. It knows that our stealthy boy is there, so it's going to go ahead and fire at you.
Uh-oh.
Steve. So Talco, What's your AC?
Oh, I never rolled a piloting check for that. The total piloting check would be 30.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Your AC is 4 higher than it would normally be.
So 18 total.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh my gosh. Chat says about the bookmarks. Piece of cheese from the sandwich you're eating.
I would
So,
not. I would not do that.
I take back my
I feel like
statement
I've done that before.
that
Here's the thing about the cheese. While it's wrapped, yes. While it's not wrapped, then it goes in my mouth.
even
It's true.
Getty, can you roll your piloting check for your?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot
thing as
about
well?
that.
You're okay.
Pretty low. It's a 9, and I add my handling and piloting.
Yep.
So
Yep.
10. Yeah, my handling is +8. So 18 plus 9 is math that I don't want to do.
27.
Thank
So
you,
you're
scientists.
adding 3. Hashtag when you roll a 9 and get a 27. Roguelike.
I'm actually gonna make that reference chart so I don't have to keep doing that.
All right. So the Schooner fires its point defense cannon, and it does barely hit your 18 on the dot.
Dang.
Unfortunately for you.
Oh no.
I brought up my d12s, and I rolled 2 12s.
Oh,
Jesus, a utility field.
So 25 damage hits your barrier
Oh!
as you're slammed really hard by the point defense cannon. And
Beep, 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 beep. 10% shields.
and thus pointed out by your pointed out to its buddies that you're there.
Did that go to me too?
No, that was you, not Getty.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry. You said 18,
Sure.
I got confused.
Yeah.
My apologies, Getty.
My shields are still good.
Yep. Yeah, you got a meteor shield. If
I am
recall.
not punished for my
Yeah.
hubris today.
After that, it's going to go ahead and it's Arcane Enhancer's turn, and it blasts forth a magical fireball into space, and this plasma blast erupts around. Who can I hit without friendly firing? I guess it's going to be Della.
You're entirely correct. Roll a
good
tick.
luck,
Roll-
baby.
Roll a dex save, Della.
Hey, there's one in close range of me.
Is there?
You told me that was in close range, but it couldn't
that's
attack
right,
me.
That's right. I'm sorry. Dex
You can
save,
still attack me. I'm just telling you.
Dex save, Core.
okay.
You're the only one not in close range.
All right.
So.
Hey, just so you know, Getty chat says yet. You
Oh, I
haven't been
know.
punished.
Roll tick
I'm
is
glad
correct.
because I wanted to say that. You haven't been punished yet.
Quick thing. Where's the bit on your AC boost in the spaceship section?
Every
Got it.
5 above 10 is +1 AC.
5 above 10. Thank you.
So on my
Yeah,
deck
increments of
save,
5.
I rolled a 2.
Ooh,
You used your reroll.
I already used my reroll. I don't
Yep.
Real bad.
all right.
Real bad, Aaron.
Uh-oh. I
It's real
might be in
Ouchie
trouble.
hours. Oh man, I didn't bring my D6s.
Quick,
Hey,
somebody
Aaron.
donate.
Hey,
Yeah,
Aaron,
quick, somebody
I
donate, otherwise
I do
they'll
want to
photo.
say you have repair arms on your ship. Keep that in mind next time. You can use them on yourself.
That is true, and that might be something I have to do.
Are they like talons? Do they come out of the bottom of the ship?
Like little claws.
They gotta be,
Yeah,
right?
they're like little claws that come out. And...
It's 18 points of damage.
Aaron, it's like that table
So
with
my
the bird
barrier-
legs.
Yep, that'll hit barrier.
So that leaves me at barrier integrity left at 8%.
You kind of got a beating this round. All right.
I did do that thing where I flew right in front of all of them.
That's all you ever do. You know nothing else.
We need to pull him out of range of that schooner.
This is his whole thing. Hang in
I
there.
almost have
He'll pull
Steve
through.
saying Schooner now. All right, Della, you're up.
All right. So I'm this ship's coming at me.
Mhm.
I pull the arsenal and rocket up back to mid-range of this ship.
Yep,
And I'm going to fire my shield buster at it
go for it.
with a 26.
You hit.
All right, so that's 2d12 plus 5, and its shield is vulnerable to it.
That's correct.
Okay. So that's a 23 plus 5 is 28.
All
So
right.
if it's vulnerable, 56.
Yep. It smashes into its shield and it just eradicates it. It is an unshielded ship now.
This is the Talon that I attacked before.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Just
Talon
clarifying.
number 1 is unshielded.
Cool.
Awesome. So I had to pull close ranges 5.
Oh, we just got a bunch of donation.
Uh-oh.
Close
Uh-oh.
range
Just
is
came through.
5.
Is
TMC
close
Uh,
range 5,
7.
and then mid 7, and then mid is 15. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Aaron.
I'll take the rest of my movement to move out of mid range.
So you're now long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it stay on my tail if it's going to do this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to action surge before I move out of mid range.
Sure you are.
And then I'm
Okay.
going to fire my heavy gun at it. Actually, I'm going to fire one of my 2 void missiles at it. This thing's
Oh.
dead.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Roll
And,
your attack roll.
Wait,
Do you
I'm
want
gonna-
to use the Moxie for Deadeye?
Yes, I do. I do indeed want to use a point of moxie so I can roll with advantage. I rolled 2 9s. So a 17?
You hit.
All right. So this void missile is 5d12 plus 5. And I
Do we
reroll
have-
1s and 2s because I'm a heavy gunner.
Do we have deets on what those...
9.
Oh, that's 3 spaceship barrier repairs. That's what the donation was.
The
Plus
So-
6.
the missile has "Good Night" painted on the side of it.
36.
So big thanks to TM Stoles for the
42
$50
plus
donation coming in here saving my hide because I'm going
Your
through-
dad's saving your butt.
Oh my god, your dad saved your life.
Thanks
All
to
right,
that.
Are they all for you?
Knowing me, I'll use them all.
Then that was
Again.
47 damage from my void missile.
47?
Holy.
Okay. Yeah, if a missile comes out, there's a reason why each of these missiles is like 6,000 credits, because it hits that ship.
Clever
It is
government
gone.
funding.
And I
It is
recover
gone.
That was one
and
of
I
the Talons.
recover a point of moxie because I destroyed that.
Hell yeah.
That is
That was one of the
amazing.
Out
Talons.
here. Yep, one of the
That
talons
was
is
an-
blown up.
That was an action surge well used, I think. And then I go to long range. So
Well, now you are already long range for the other ships, so I don't know if you wanna
then I'll
where
stay
you're at.
where I'm at. And I'll stay
Yeah.
where I'm at. I'm fine with that. All right, I'm good.
All right. Well, that was a productive turn. So, Aaron, I guess if those barriers were all for you, then it's 15 barrier points per donation. So you're looking at 45 points returned.
45 points.
Huh.
Which actually, considering I had 4 barrier points left over, puts me at 49 out of 50.
Oh, it's 5 barrier repairs. So 49
There's
out of
2.
50. So I guess we got 2 left over if anybody else has some ouchies that they want to
I'm
address.
25 points down.
I'm good. Steve, you take them.
Okay, because I'm about to do something super reckless.
Yay!
How many do I get from those 2?
It's-
5 points each, so 10.
Okay.
15
Is that right?
points each. 15
Oh, 15
points each.
points.
Oh, then I'm back up to full. Hell yeah.
All right. So everybody's feeling good again. Core, you're up.
All right, so
Just in time.
after taking all of that damage, Core crackles into comms and said, "Didn't think I'd have to pull this soon, but here we go," and reaches down and pulls a lever, which releases plated shielding that was underneath the hull of the ship, shields over as the barrier then recharges, bringing him back up to full strength.
Yep.
Because we can do that. Because we can.
Heck
we can do
yeah.
that. So
So which ship are you shooting at? Aiming at?
Well, I think I'm gonna turn around and take fire at this Lancer that gave chase to me.
Okay. There's
So,
2 of them. So
That is true.
one
The
of
one I
them
hit
is-
earlier.
yeah, one of them's very damaged.
Yeah.
So
We'll do that one. And they're all roll real high. It's gonna be a 23. That'll hit.
okay.
All right.
23
Yeah.
does hit.
Grab my trusty D12s. As we charge up yet another smite.
Do it, do it, do it.
Oh, I got 10 and 11 on my 2d12s, so this is looking good.
Spicy.
For 39 points of damage as the heavy guns fire off.
So your heavy guns fire, and not only does it tear through its remaining barrier, but it also tears through the ship behind the barrier. And it spirals out, unable to do anything anymore. It's no longer a combatant.
Awesome. So you said there were 2 ships that were.
Yes, there's a second Lancer.
So it's a. Oh, it takes a. Is it a bonus action to do a maneuver?
It's an action to do a trick maneuver.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's an action, which I I already used. But,
You very fortunately used.
Very fortunately used it, so that's fine. I think at that point, Core will continue to like, just kind of turn and kind of like draw this thing away, but push further away from the schooner, which hurts a lot.
How far away do you want to be from the Lancer? Because I know you're now out of range of the schooner altogether, but...
Okay. But from the Lancer, I think probably just enough to get out of range of the schooner, but if the Lancer is still within range...
Okay, so you're mid-range to the Lancer then. Okay,
I'm
sounds
dogfighting.
good.
Core is dogfighting this Lancer right now, so...
Fair enough. Next up is the Lancer, and it is giving chase. It is very unhappy with you. As you might have guessed. It moves in, and it's going to go ahead and fire its busters again. You need to roll for your AC.
Oh, that's correct.
Both you and Della need to do that.
Yep.
Roll piloting check, Audrey and Aaron.
Yes.
Hey.
I'm adding 2 to my AC this time.
Okay.
24 would be +2 to my AC, correct?
That's +2, yep. So what's your AC?
17.
Okay. So you are hit.
I just heard something.
For 18 points of damage.
Not Yinda donated 15. Pump up the base, boss. Give us that beef.
All right.
Not Yinda.
So the Oh, that was a boss boost. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's not this
enemy up.
Lancer. So this Lancer hits you for 18 points of damage.
Okay.
To your shield.
Oof, owie, my bones.
And
Your bones are hollow.
that means they hurt more.
That means yeah, exactly.
And they move in. All right. Next up is the Talon, the one that's left. So
The one I didn't vaporize.
Still being
Correct.
hacked.
It's being hacked on both ends. So the first thing is Getty. Since it's aware of your hacking, you need to roll a computer's check to avoid getting dumped.
All right, here we go.
If only we could do the same for all our relationships.
I rolled very poorly. 11.
Have you used your
Okay.
reroll yet?
Yes, I did last turn.
Steve and I are the only ones with it in reserve.
Okay. So you get dumped out of their system.
2 crash shock. Okay.
Yep. And then they're going to go ahead and turn around and pile the fire onto Steve because the point defense cannon just blasted from that. And a nat 20.
Hey,
Fortunately, this is just some swivel gun action since they used their EMP pulser. It's got to recharge. So, let's see here.
I'm glad I just repaired my barriers.
24 points of damage. 24 points.
Okay.
Wow,
almost exactly what
I know.
for.
For a gun
Look,
that's
it bought
like
you
half the
around.
power.
it bought you around.
Yeah,
All right.
I would have been fine still. I got the best shields.
You got like 65 points.
Yeah.
Fat barrier.
Mm-hmm. I'm a tank.
Wish you wouldn't say it like that, but
All right, Talco, you're up.
We're all banned.
Okay. How close is this Talon to me?
How close is the Talon to you?
Is it within 12 mark?
Yeah, it is.
I'm going in with the boarding spikes.
Okay.
Oh,
Roll an
delicious.
attack roll.
did you shoot Rekka yet?
No, she's ready. As soon as the spike hits, she's going out.
Great. Love this.
Okay. I'm gonna use my reroll.
Fair,
Just
fair.
miss hit me with the spike.
Yep. Terrible. Okay, much better. Much better. Wait, what the fuck is a melee with the ship?
It's still your dex and your
Okay.
proficiency.
Okay, cool. Dirty 20.
Okay, you hit. So roll your
Hell
damage.
How much damage for the boarding spikes?
It does collision damage, which is based on the size of your ship, I believe.
1d12 piercing, and then whatever the collision damage is. Okay, 12 on the die.
Plus your dex.
Okay, so 15. And how do you calculate collision damage?
Let's see here. It's another d12 because yours is the tiny ship. So
Yeah, okay.
Hey, so for
another
those of
6
us-
on that, so 21 points of damage. Ramming speed.
Hey, that's pretty good. Chat wants to know, for those who aren't familiar, what's a starworm?
Oh
Oh, boy.
boy. Is this guy?
It's pretty much what you think.
It's-
yeah. So it is a massive space dragon. In Spaceships and Starwyrms, the Nakora Galaxy is populated by space dragons. This is one of the younger ones that recycle the magic of the galaxy so that people can keep using magic. But they kind of, similar to whales, they kind of move through space and eat like invisible dark matter particles, recycling magic into the galaxy. But also, they're enormous dragons, much larger than most ships.
And they're not always hostile. A lot of them are just docile. But
Yeah,
it depends
they're
on the dragon.
intelligent. So, yes, the equivalent of an ancient dragon. They could be good, they could be bad. It depends on the dragon, right?
Janitor of the galaxy.
Janitors of the galaxies. That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Large jan.
Okay,
the
so
ship on the cover of the book, that's like a very large ship, much larger than
That's a Galaxy Starworm.
Yeah, so the ship on the cover of the book, next to the Starworm's head, that ship is a medium-sized ship, so it's about 400 feet long. To give you a perspective.
Big boy.
If you have no spatial awareness like me, that all you need to know is they're big.
They real big. They're the
biggest.
Okay, back to the subject.
Anyway, sorry, not to
20 football fields long. I don't know.
I hit this talon with my boarding spikes.
Yeah. You have not dealt enough damage to break its barrier though, so you won't be able to attach to it. Sadly.
You just come in and bounce off the shields.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to have Rekka get out of the tube and get into the ship's computer terminal and run a disable on their EMP.
Okay. Roll the hack check.
Okay. 21.
21. Okay. Roll stealth. See if you're still under the radar.
16 on stealth.
Okay. You successfully disable the.
Hell yeah. Well, wait. Can I loop it so it makes it look like it's just like constantly recharging, so they don't know it's disabled?
Unfortunately, when they go to use it, they will know.
Okay.
But it's going to take them time to fix that kind of thing.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Roll your defense check, and Yinda, you're up.
All right. So
23.
Okay. So
I'm out of the systems. They kicked me out and crash. I'm gonna go ahead and punch it past them, and then attempt to thrust vector. So it's a type of flying that you can go into as a maneuver. And if I hit a 30, I get to take maneuvers as bonus actions instead of just actions. So we're going to take a shot here.
Real hot shot over here. Real fly boy.
Oh, yeah.
18 plus 19, baby!
All right.
Holy.
So you are officially
The wings like flare out, and it's like
Fuck
the
no.
ship's maneuvering just switches over as she bends back towards them. And that's
Okay.
my action return.
So as
So
your
hype
action,
right now.
do you have a bonus action you want to do? Since now you can do any trick maneuver or the dash action.
Yeah, so as I go past them, I want to go in the blind spot behind their ship, and I want to stealth flight.
Okay, go for it. Roll your check.
All right. Are they a size above me, or are we the same size?
The same size.
Okay, I'm making a stealth check using my dexterity piloting skill, and that's going to be a 29.
All right. So you think you're pretty confident that you are in their blind spot.
Cool.
For their sensors. Okay. The schooner is up. So down there, where the schooner is, you guys are dogfighting with its fighter ships as it slowly blasts away from you at a distance. And it's at this point that one of you, we'll say Della, because you just finished blowing up the ship that you were directly engaged with, and we're kind of keeping an eye on the distance between yourself and the schooner. You notice that the schooner is attached to the SS Malik at its lower base, and you see the schooner peel back a little bit. And as it does so, these claws that were coming out of the schooner repair arms, it looks like, tear off a portion of the bottom of the ship, and as the vacuum of space rushes to fill the inside, you see something slowly slide out of the ship. It is very big. Let's see here. I'm trying to think how to describe. So you see a gigantic, malformed looking disc-shaped creature, relatively boomerang-like, with a very, very stupid looking face on its front, with these two wide eyes that are like kind of catty corner to each other, and this big angry mouth full of like no teeth, but it's got like a fish beak. And this thing is about 200 feet from tip to tip, as it like floats out of the bottom of the ship and like shudders a little bit. And you get a pinged message saying, "The gravity ray is free at last. Go, my child. Go forth." And we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Oh
my
my
It's
god!
a gravity ray!
We'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Hello?
So just going to get some drinks to refresh ourselves and deal with my dog who's throwing a tantrum. I don't
Chat
spend
says
the...
this description sounds like a Furby.
Somebody post a picture in the chat of the fish that this creature is based off of.
It's the sunfish. It's the giant. It's the mola mola.
The big doofy
mola.
ones.
The really stupid ones. Mola mola.
We'll
Yeah.
pull up a picture for when we come back.
Yeah. Just
I'll
to
have
get
one.
everything.
I will
in
have
context.
one when we come back.
Yeah,
Because
we'll come back with a picture of the reference of this thing.
Oh my gosh, that is
All right.
hilarious. Okay.
See y'all in a minute.
Yep, give us
All
about
right,
10,
we'll be back.
15 minutes. We'll be back in a break. And stay tuned for whatever the heck we just released into the wild.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but nobody wants to actually eat them though because
we're
they're
back.
They're
worthless
so
for
Too
all.
unnutritious.
Too
Yeah, they're
dumb to survive.
They're
God, that
just
is the
bone.
ugliest thing. That's the ugliest creature I've ever
They're
seen.
weaponizing something like this.
I love these
It's a
things.
natural
Frank, free it.
creature.
It's
It's a
horrifying.
natural
I don't think
creature.
Molas go after spaceships.
Oh, it's
Whoa.
a gravity ray.
This is
Yeah,
a
gravity
this is
ray.
a gravity ray.
Wait, I fought this
Also-
before.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
welcome
hey, hey.
back.
Hi.
If you didn't know what a mola mola looked like, now you do. You are
Yeah.
It looks like
You
a
can put
fish
it down,
find
Audrey.
in a Chernobyl lake.
Yeah, honestly.
Except
looks
you
like
just
somebody
find them in the
pulled-
ocean.
Still
Like somebody
going with
pulled a
fish first. I mean, that's not
dirty
inaccurate.
shit
inaccurate.
out of a dumpster.
Amazing.
I have a
Anyways,
Furby too. I can go get that.
so where we left off, the schooner just ripped open the side of the ship. The gravity ray is free at last, and the eco-terrorists are going to go ahead and use their other bit to go ahead and fire.
Now I am right behind a Talon.
Yeah, I know. They're not firing at you. I'm pretty sure they're going to fire at one of the two people who just blew up a ship. But Aaron specifically, we went out of their range, and Audrey kept herself in long range. So I guess it's going to be Della. What's your AC, Della?
16.
All right, well, that is a miss and a hit.
All right, hit me.
For 19 points of damage.
Alrighty.
They fire their point defense cannons, and I guess I should roll initiative for the gravity
Della!
ray now that it's here. Ah, yes.
What's
Looks
the
at staff
35.
weapon.
Gary?
Grease monkey's been hit.
Well, our initiative just became a lot more diverse
Oh,
because
I got a 5?
the ray has -2 to initiative. And
Oh my
God! I rolled a 6.
god.
4. So it won't be doing anything for a little bit. It starts flying out in the vague direction of your guys' ship. It moves pretty slow at first, just rolling along at a few arc in a round. But who here in character has deep outer reaches experience, frontier experience?
My cryo experience was Deep Spacer before I
Kind
was
of.
in cryo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Deliveries.
Della, you know what this thing is, though you've never seen or heard of one this big. But you know what it is and what these things do to move and how it's a problem for ships. So I'll let you deal with that because you, Audrey, also know, so I don't need to explain it.
So Della gets on the comms after being hit and says, "We got a problem, Hex Squadron.
What is that thing?
What is that thing?
It's called a gravity ray, and it's essentially a living gravity well, so it's going to be real problematic if you fly close to it.
Ah, okay, great. Fucking
They're
pants.
big and dumb and harmless aside from the inevitable pull of gravity towards their bodies till ships are destroyed. So
Well, I know how to handle an updraft, so if we get one of these guys in there anyway.
Is it going to have any effect on the station?
Well, I've never heard of one this big before, so normally I would say no, but
Great.
This
So
is
the
gay.
answer to this thing is as it usually is for us. Don't fucking crash.
the main thing is maybe we're at a point where we're ready to try Protocol Delta.
Yeah, let's clear out these fighters first.
Yeah.
A good idea.
All right, Della, you're up.
Cool. So remind me how many fighters remain.
1 Talon and 1 Lancer. The
All
Talon
right.
is engaged currently with Talco, but they won't be married for at least another few rounds. And then
Married?
Mhm.
the
Engaged.
Lancer is currently chasing down your buddy Core.
I presented my
right.
boarding spikes and she said yes.
Ah!
That's how that works. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna do I'm gonna fire at the one on Core's tail. Is its shield still up? Do we know?
Yes, they both have their shields still.
All right, I'll move in to mid range so I can fire my shield buster, and I will use my reroll because I have a 3 on the die, and I got a 16 to hit it.
Nice.
You hit with a 16.
All right, so 2d12. So that's 17 damage to its shield, which is vulnerable to it. So 34.
Right, but it does not carry.
Hurt the
over
hole.
past
It doesn't
shield. Yeah.
carry. It doesn't carry over.
All right, you take the shields down. It is unshielded.
Watch your tail, Core.
All right.
Copy that.
Roll your AC.
Right. Oh, it's just gonna be my base AC.
Okay. Core, you're up.
All
That
right.
was intentionally dirty. Chat.
Phrasing.
When I kiss a starfighter, is that so bad? Oh my god.
Don't judge me.
I do a little.
Oh my gosh.
Look, there's aliens on my shirt, so
Thank you once
Aliens
again
judge.
to Midgardia for hosting this awful mess of human beings that we are.
Why would
This
you say that about
totally-
your best friend?
it's totally wholesome stream.
This wholesome shit post.
Perfect. That's true.
Core, what you doing?
Thanking chat and the audience for being a part of this charity stream because
Oh,
I
God,
really
shut
appreciate
up.
it. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
Aaron,
I'll do my turn.
your
What?
gamer is showing.
Thanks for the sub.
Like and subscribe.
Smash that like button. So it's my turn. This thing is still chasing me. After seeing Yinda pull this awesome badass move, naturally Cornona's got to
Attempt to do the
gotta
same.
attempt to do the
Oh,
same.
no.
You're like,
Here we go.
Oh no. Okay.
she's not the only one who's got some tricks as he attempts to do a maneuver here. So
All right, what maneuver are you trying to do?
trying to do, oh gosh, I forgot the names. Basically the one where you stop in like 180 turn.
Hammer turn?
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead,
Yep,
yeah.
hammerhead.
Yep.
Yes. That's
Okay.
the one. All right. Here comes the roll.
Here comes the boost.
And I had my piloting.
and handling.
That's
Yep,
right.
piloting and handling.
Piloting and handling.
31.
So handling has 6. Piloting is 7. So a base of 13. I rolled a 15 on the die.
Very nice.
So
So you succeed. So he's chasing you, and you pop your thrusters, go straight back, and then re-thruster yourself to where you're now going directly at him, head on head.
yep. And
So it's
we're playing Space Chicken.
Core, the guy, and then me.
Yes. So naturally, I have to. So if you're flying this way, I need to make sure that I can flip this way so we can do the once the enemy is defeated.
The pass of between
Yeah, exactly.
each other.
The super dramatic pass fly. So, yeah, that's what's happening, and I'm gonna take a shot.
Kind of Top Gun shit is this?
It's exactly
The
what it
best
sounds
kind.
like. The best kind.
Where did I put my dice?
Hey, that's pretty good. 22 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
All right, gonna fire those heavy guns. Only gonna use a first level spell slot to smite through these heavy guns once again.
All right.
Damage not as hot as I was hoping it would be.
Get these sixes out.
For a measly 17. 17's not bad. 17 points of damage.
Okay. It's first damage on this Lancer. So it takes it.
Thum, 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 thum.
Alrighty.
I guess I'm
Roll
still...
your AC.
Yep. Ooh, not too hot. That's a 2 on the die, so minus
Okay.
3?
No, you don't subtract.
Oh,
anything.
that's right. That's right. We're playing Spaceships and Starwyrms where we're allowed to have fun.
Ooh,
Alright.
shit!
Although to be
That is
fair,
not a knock
you,
at other systems, by the way.
you add-
Uh-oh.
you had 13 altogether, so that's a 15.
I
so
don't
you
think that
actually add
matters
1.
anymore because we just received a $100 donation.
What?
Oh God.
Who
Alright.
Does it make
did it?
it
Alright.
Star
appropriate?
Wars Mama says, Get this layabout out of my lair. If they won't clean their lair, then they need to be doing something. Make a name for yourself. This is for your own good.
All right. I'll deal with that shortly.
You
Okay.
set yourself up for this.
1 hour to go in a Starwyrm.
Well, hell.
The Lancer's gonna go ahead and come after you, Aaron. But it misses. And then the Talon is gonna go ahead and fire at you, Talco, and miss. Talco, you're up.
Yeah. Wait, what missed?
The Talon was firing at you.
Did it move?
No, it hasn't moved. It's
Okay.
still pretty close to you.
It hasn't shut me out of the system yet either.
It hasn't noticed you.
I'm gonna try to shut down its engines
Okay.
so it can't get away. Oof. That's only a 14.
14 is not enough.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your stealth check.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. They know you're there now.
Okay. Fantastic.
What is Rekka doing?
Rekka. Oh, I guess that would have been Rekka because she's still in the terminal.
Yeah, she was the one doing the hacking. So.
Yeah. So that was her, and my attack will be my heavy gun.
Okay.
Point
Its
blank
barriers
at
are now down, by the way.
Oh, then I'm just gonna boost back into it
Ram it
try
again?
it. Yeah, ram it.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. That is an 18 to hit.
You hit. Roll
Hell
your
yeah.
2d12.
It's gonna be 20 damage
Okay.
straight to the hull.
Yep. It looks like it's almost destroyed by that alone.
Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of hold it there, using it as cover against the schooner.
Okay, you're gonna spin it around, keep it in between you and it. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay.
My heat shield.
Roll your AC boost.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Yinda, you're up.
28.
Plus 3.
Hell yeah.
I boost out to long range with this one,
Okay.
and that's the one that Talco currently has, right?
So Talco has one that's almost dead.
Yeah,
That has no engines, no EMP, no barrier. It's a sitting duck. The other one that you're hidden from is the one that Aaron is flying directly towards.
I'm swinging around the backside of that one.
Hey,
Wide.
guys,
We get
What
another.
just happened?
you're not gonna
What just
believe
happened? Excuse
No.
me?
2 Starwyrm.
we just got a second donation.
Give me a second, guys. I'm getting there.
You're not fast
around. All right.
Okay. I line up at long range in stealth, and I'm going to I'm going to literally use the maneuver, line up the shot, and attempt a piloting check with the bonus action.
Okay.
To get advantage. Let's see here. I add
Just need
18.
a 15, so you really can't fail.
Yeah. Okay. So I get it with a 15. I get it with like a 20. And I'm going to go ahead and attack the ship. Here we go.
We're gonna need like another hour on the stream to resolve this shit.
I'm sorry, Midgardia, I'm sorry.
It's gonna happen in 52 minutes, y'all.
It is. All right, Getty. What you
17
get in 17 hits.
All right. And we're
Damage
going to
plus sneak attack, baby.
Here we go. All right. Do some quick math. So it's 10, 26 damage.
Okay. Were you shooting at the Lancer or the Talon? The one
The
that
one
Aaron's
that
fighting, or okay. So you
Hex
bust
2 coming
through
in.
it. You fly out to long range. You line up your shot. You fire your long shot, and just as Core and the enemy Lancer playing chicken with each other. The shot comes in from the back corner and plows directly through the piloting area, and the other ship just spaces.
It's just like,
So that
Love
Lancer
it.
is down.
We did it. We did the
Um,
maneuver.
All right. Okay.
Oh
so-
no. Oh no. Guys. Oh no. Can we get an F in the chat?
Oh,
Hurry!
all right. Okay.
Ben, you have
So-
so much to work with.
The,
do we need
the
to give you a
schooner.
second?
No, I got this. The schooner shifts, and you hear them start up this interspace radio signal, and it's a pretty nonsensical signal. You're not really sure what it's there for. And the signal hits the gravity ray, and you see its big disc eyes shrink, and this whooping of gravitational energy washes out from the creature as it starts propelling itself towards your guys' ships. And as this is happening, the schooner comes around to aim its arcane enhancers at you guys to back up this creature's path with some good old-fashioned attacks. And then this weird shimmer happens behind the schooner, and the waves of gravity kind of wash through the innate invisible dark matter of the area, and for a moment something becomes visible as a tear in space slides open. The birth of a new wormhole is an incredibly uncommon occurrence, and the fact that you're seeing it right now is even more uncommon. It's been recorded, but rarely seen in person, as this tear slides open, and this horde of void angels, these brilliant, glimmering white creatures of energy, flicker in and out and around the new tear in space and time. And then you see
Angels.
the head, this enormous creature sliding out from nothingness. The first 100 feet, then the first 1,000 feet, then the first 5,000 feet. And it doesn't even have its mouth open, but the schooner never stood a chance. As it just immediately runs directly into it, obliterating it. And the gravity ray continues on its way towards you. The station itself seems to be in trouble, if only for the sheer proximity to this large creature. And it's about then that you hear on your sensors go off, and a message comes in from Commander Jur.
Oh no.
Go.
We have a problem. We have
Yeah?
We're looking right at it.
We've
multiple
noticed.
big problems. Wait, what?
Multiple?
What's your problem?
Well, we just saw the birth of a wormhole
That is a big problem.
with a
And it-
starworm.
Yeah.
That is a bigger problem.
Yep.
What
But
did
I
you
have
think
two
the problem
more.
was?
Two
Excuse
more
me?
what? Starworms?
Yeah,
Nah.
we've got two Starwyrms,
What?
nebula-sized, coming in from the outer parts of the system.
Nebula?
I think, well, yeah, so about 400 or 500 feet long.
Okay.
They're I'm pretty sure this is their territory, and they are not happy.
Okay.
So this just became a rescue mission. Let's get on that
You got it.
fucking station and get as many people as we can.
There's only 2 people on the station. We gotta evac them in the shuttle.
ETA 6 seconds.
6 seconds!
What?
Delta!
Protocol Delta!
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 All right. We're at the top of the round.
I'm using my action to enact Protocol Delta,
Okay.
which I hope everyone else will be doing also.
You go first.
Yes.
I go second, right? I use my turn to enact Protocol
Yeah.
Delta.
We can just skip to the end of this round.
Okay, that's fair.
So, each
What are
of
the
your
fighters
ships light up and activate. Well, the only fighter that's left is the Talon that has no engines and
Oh,
no
right,
guns
yeah,
and
poor
no
guy.
It's dead in the
barrier.
water.
They're
So
having a
yeah,
bad day.
they're screaming right now.
Me too, buddy.
But each of you guys, your ships light up and begin to come apart and change shape, transforming, moving your cockpit to a different area. And this cinematic of music happens as Talco's ship comes down and
Ultron.
the back piece folds up and this head appears and these like bars come out and then Yinda's ship comes down from below and the wings split and fold down as it slides up and connects and pops out into these legs. And then each of Cor and Della come around for these large arms and hands come out. And then one of them, a plasma sword appears, and the other one, a plasma shield appears.
You thought this was Top Gun? Suckers! It's Ultron!
And each of your cockpits slide together, and you're now in this little bridge formation where you can see each other.
The Talon is still stuck to the chest.
The Talon is on the chest.
Screaming more now.
All right.
Alright, Hex Squadron.
So
Let's get these
at
people out of
the
here.
end of this round, you see the gravity ray pulsing towards you at ever increasing speeds as it continues to create gravity wells to pull itself along. And you feel the slight pull of the gravity well, but it ends pretty quickly because coming out of the murk of space, one of the long serpentine younger starworms slides up and tears the gravity ray in half, eating as it goes and throwing the bits of flesh into space, ending that.
We have a picture of this stage of Starworm, don't we?
We do, yeah. Let me.
It's also by Hansel Eldor.
Yep, Hansel did some great work for us on our spacey creatures and scenes. So this is the younger starworms, about 500 feet long or so.
Woo. Pretty.
Yep. And then of course the big one that came through. But all right. You see that one slide up, and then you see another one coming around as well. And it pauses near your guys' visual sensors for the mech.
Core holds his breath.
And it blinks at you with its multiple eyes down the side of its head. And then you all hear a voice. Declare yourselves in my land.
You want us to get involved in a territory dispute? Sorry, we're just here to get our people out.
We were just leaving.
Just leaving with our people.
That shouldn't be here.
You will help, or I will destroy you now.
Helping with what is it exactly that we're helping with?
Drive that bastard away.
The other Starworm?
Yes.
I'm gonna go just I don't know how much we can do with this pal. We are way out of our pay grade. I don't know if you want us running underfoot. I'm gonna try a
mean-
persuasion check.
This was not in the
Oh my
simulations,
God.
guys. This was not in the Delta simulations. There's not a page for this. There's not a page for this.
Roll your
We're a little
persuasion
off
check, I
book
guess.
now, Core. Deal
12.
with it.
We got any bombs?
I don't know.
No.
I have one void
Yeah,
missile
void
left.
missile. I was
We
hoping to use
put-
that gravity ray, but yeah, 12 on the persuasion.
Okay. It stares at you and says, I am not impressed with words. You will act, or I will destroy you.
I mean, that seems pretty compelling, gang. That seems pretty much like we don't really have a choice but to act, because that seems pretty compelling.
I look
Also,
out to right.
we
I'm like,
like
yeah,
acting.
I think
Acting's
the
good.
negotiations are over.
in the name of full disclosure, in case we fail and die, I'm not Della. I'm not
Oh
Della
my God.
Jones, the
This is
famous
coming
Della
up
Jones.
now. This is
Look,
coming up now.
I just feel like you should know that I'm not. I know that Della Jones is like this hotshot pilot and stuff, but that's not me. I'm not her.
Della, please.
You're a faker?
No. I see. I was this person first, and then someone took my identity while I was in cryo sleep, like visually and genetically, but they didn't take my name for whatever reason. It's a weird.
Yeah, we're on your side, man. We'll drive him out of here.
Oh no, now's the time. All right. The other Starworm then flies by and unleashes a bolt of radiation out of its mouth, tearing into the flesh of the larger Starworm. And
boy.
you see these vents of like blue and purple energy spiraling out into space. Just pure magic.
All right, we
Bella.
got a bomb
All right.
essentially.
So now you guys are in your mech. So the mech works as a large-sized ship, or medium-sized ship, which means that you are piloting it together. So Getty, you are the pilot of the ship.
Okay.
Aaron,
So it's a big ship now?
yes, it acts as a single vessel.
Hell yeah. That's pretty easy.
Yeah. Aaron and Audrey, you guys are on the arms, aka the guns. One of you also has the sword.
Aaron, you have the sword.
Yes.
And then Steve, you are in the body, which means you can do engineering and computer checks and such.
Yeah, I'm gonna start on that right now. How many pilots are in the Talon?
And the Talon, just one.
Okay. Can I retrieve him through the boarding spike?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Pulling him out.
They're probably willing to just go with you.
Yeah. Rekka and I are gonna pull him out and say, "Well, I got us a bomb."
Oh. Okay. I don't know how that's gonna do, but great.
Well, if we can get it close enough to that station, we got a bigger bomb. We just need to get the people out of there first. Sorry, GC, but you ain't
This
getting
is
your money
above
back on this.
This is above a way station. This is way above a way station.
We need to fight that
We
Star
need to drive it off.
Are we
And get
re-rolling
it out
Get
of
it close enough to the station and blow it, then maybe we can do enough damage to deter it.
Are we re-rolling in initiative?
No, we're gonna use the same initiative.
Okay.
All right. Well, let me erase all these enemy initiatives.
Y'all remember 20 minutes ago when we thought we were gonna fight a gravity ray?
Y'all remember that?
I was ready to-
remembers.
I was fully ready to board that schooner. Can't really board a Starworm.
Well, you
I mean,
can.
good.
Not with that attitude.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh.
Well then. Okay. All right. Well, Della, you're up. So you've retrieved the Talon's pilot. There's 2 people on the station. You haven't successfully made contact with the station yet. However, now that the schooner is gone, so is their jamming gear. So that is presumably something you can do now. but you
And-
are in the shield arm with all of the guns.
And how close is our Starworm buddy?
30 arc. You're in long range right now.
Cool. So I'm going to fire my piercer cannon, and I'm going to spend a point of moxie to do so with advantage.
Okay. So now that we're in the multi-person ship, you get to fire 2 weapons. Don't forget.
All right. So 16 for the piercer cannon.
I don't
Okay.
have anything long range.
16 total.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not gonna hit. Or
Do
well,
we-
it hits. It just doesn't do anything to it.
Do we
Yeah.
want to board it?
I mean,
It's big enough. If we get in, if we attach to its neck, it's not going to be able to
Do
turn
not
its
go
head.
inside the whale.
so then Ben, my second gun
mean-
that I'm going to fire is my other void missile.
Okay.
It's the only thing I have that'll do this range.
Yeah. Don't forget you also have the plasma cannon, and you
Yes,
also have
I
all the
already have
weapons from everybody else's ship at your
Yes,
disposal.
I have that written down. So 25 this time.
That hits.
Okay, so 5d12 with the void missile.
Yes, Snow Leopard. I want to
but-
roll to seduce the Starworm.
Oh my gosh.
Getty already tried that.
50.
I don't know if that was a seduction.
50, Ben.
50.
Yes.
Sometimes a please don't kill me is seduction.
So the void missile fires, blows up into its side. You see more of that blue energy spiraling out.
Sweet.
All right. Next up is Core. You're in so you also have access to all of the weapons. Audrey fired one that has a recharge timer, so you can't use that one. But you do have access to Getty's long shot, so you do still have a weapon in range if you want to shoot.
And the plasma cannon shoots in a 30 arc line, Aaron.
Correct, which you can also fire the cannon.
Okay. Let's do the cannon then.
All
It's
right.
a dex save equal to 8 plus proficiency plus your dex, so 11 plus your dex.
11 plus my dex. And my dex is 4, so 15.
Okay. Roll your damage. It is
It's
5d12.
5d12.
So is this like a chest laser, or like a point the sword laser, or like a
The
shoulder
sword
thing that comes out?
laser. I
On
think
a
it's a
sword
sword
laser.
laser.
Is it one of those
Okay.
things
Like
where
a-
the sword like swipes and then like a laser of energy shoots forward?
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Mhm.
That's what you
Let's
guys
do
want.
that.
That is what we want.
That sounds hella anime. All right, you said 5d12, right?
Yep. Well, we left the realm of fake realism about $300 ago, so
That is true. Holy smokes. 30, 26. 41 points of damage.
okay.
As
so
this
it did
giant
save-
beam from this robot
for
sword
half,
slices forward and travels for 30 arc.
Yep, it slams into it, although it did manage to avoid taking the full brunt of that attack.
Does the plasma cannon have a recharge time, Ben?
Yeah, it's 1 round.
1 round. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I will mark that then.
You can fire the long shot as your second attack if you want.
Oh, I sure can, can't I? Well,
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I can. I might as well. Let's do that. So that one is a roll, right?
Yeah. Attack roll.
19 to hit.
19 does not hit.
So
So-
fire and it goes wide.
Just barely, though. You're actually hitting its like body. It's just that it's not piercing its skin. It's got that sweet, sweet natural armor, baby.
You can't hit it just everywhere. This thing is one tough worm.
Oh my god.
Man, they don't teach you how to fight Starworms in the academy.
This was
They
not
really
in the
do.
This
simulation.
wasn't part of the Delta simulation.
All right.
It's gonna be after this.
Yeah, right.
Next up is the friendly Starworms.
Here.
The quote-unquote friendly Starworms. So they come in. They're gonna each make some attacks. Let's see here. How many times do you get to attack my babies?
BBs. So huge thank you to the Starworm donators that have absolutely derailed, and I think
We love it.
this
We
is
love
awesome though.
hard left turn mid-session.
We'll take it.
It usually is.
So 26 damage from that side. All right.
All right.
So they each swing around and they fire these what appear to be tiny suns because they're literally balls of burning hydrogen that they create in their mouths and fire out in rapid succession at the other star worm. And you think to yourself, man, that would probably melt my ship.
I wish I was playing Scarrick right now.
Right. Ooh, delicious.
All right. Next up is Talco.
I mean, after it melted
Okay.
your spaceship off you, it would melt your suit off you, and then you would just suffocate, even if you were
Yeah.
immune to acid.
My plan is very convoluted, but now that I got this Talon pilot on board, I'm going to have him hail the station
Okay.
while I and Rekka fix the engines on this Talon.
He's like, okay, all right. Hey.
Just tell them to get the fuck out, and we'll catch them.
We got to get that rescue
I'm going to
vehicle
fix
out.
the engines on this Talon, and I want Rekka to fly it. That was a nat 20 on the repair check there.
Hey.
Rekka's going to climb into the cockpit and pull it away from us and fly it right towards the station.
Okay.
And once she's on a collision course for the fuel cells, I'm going to recall her with my robotic ability.
What's the distance on recall?
Or 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet? Okay,
Yeah.
so 10 arc. All right.
Yeah, so as soon as she hits that, I'm recalling her.
Gotcha. All right.
But we got to get closer, so I guess I would hold turn until Getty goes.
Well, Getty's up next, so.
Okay, yeah. So I'll hold all of that until Getty goes. But I'm working on repairing the engines now.
Do you wanna in character tell her you need to be closer?
Yeah. Yeah. Hex leader, get us as close as you can.
Word and responding. I started my. Is it my turn?
Yes.
I started my turn. I hail the rescue ship again. The scientific vessel again.
Oh, the science vessel. Gotcha. Okay. You get through. A grainy hologram appears, and you see a terrified person who's like, oh my god.
SS Malik, this is Hex Squadron.
This is SS Malik.
This is GC.
We're so dead.
Can you get the engines online?
There's no engine support.
No engines? Okay.
No, they took those out.
They took them. Great. We're on our way in. Stand by. Do you have escape pods?
Escape pods. Now that the ship isn't up against us, we can launch those. We've got people evacuating right now, but we're kind of afraid if we fire off the escape pods now, those Starwyrms might just there's not really good piloting systems on the escape pods. They just kind of go.
We're gonna come in close, and I'm gonna try and detach them manually without firing the jets. All right. We're coming in. Do you have any cargo that's essential?
I have all of the data that we had. That's really all we need here.
All right. Oh, so satisfy an old lieutenant's curiosity. Did you bring any critters with you?
Well, there was the gravity ray.
Was that it?
Such
what
a
we were
sad
there for.
tone.
All right.
It was the
Makes-
gravity way.
Defeated.
Get to evac, Malik. We'll be right there to pick you up. And I switch the comms off and boost forward with the rocket jets on the back of the mech.
Yep, the mech fires forward. So you're headed towards the station. Do you want to use your action for anything?
My idea is to hack the research vessel to disable the engines on the escape pods. So when they detach, they'll just float out and we can collect them.
Well, you don't need to hack onto the system because they use the same system. You have their system codes, so
Okay.
you can just make a computer check.
All right, I'm gonna make a computers check for that. Is that cool?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. Oh, very good. Yeah, it's just gonna be a 28.
You do what you're trying to do. Fortunately, the mech has all the weapons of all the ships, which means its hacking range is 15 arc, not 7, because of Steve's ship.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you do that. Roll your piloting check for the end of turn. It will matter.
No,
All
fuck.
right. Don't say it like that. 18 plus 16.
34.
Yep.
Okay. So plus 4 to your AC.
Nice.
All right.
We can't forget
Here we
about the folks on the station too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Starworm is up.
Oh no.
This large creature slowly makes its way forward. And interesting. Anyways,
It's sign
so-
whenever Ben says that as a GM. For those who are not familiar with Ben's GMing style,
this is actually unrelated, I promise.
that they didn't expect, and now they're going like, that's gonna complicate things.
It lumbers forward and it opens its mouth, and you see this wave of energy pool up, and then
Oh,
this enormous cone of dark matter, charged in negative dark matter, bursts outwards in brilliant lights over your ship. You need to make a dex save.
All right, might get something
boy.
with dex saves. Oh yeah, I have evasion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so dex save is going to be a 22, and then I have evasion.
Okay, well, the 22 fails, but
Shit.
your evasion will mean that you still take half damage, which is good for you.
What are our hit points right now?
It is 19d6.
Oh,
I have the
you've got
shit
that?
stats.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Playing Shadowrun tonight.
Kill me.
We have 50 barrier points. So
About to be less.
Ben, I don't like it when you say we're playing
Shush.
Shadowrun when you're rolling d6s for enemy
I-
damage.
I don't know what to tell you. I've rolled 12 dice so far, and I've gotten 7 sixes.
So we're gonna need some of those $10 donations, y'all.
I will be on repair duty, I guess.
Yep, drop those Fs in
My
the chat,
barrier
everyone.
is stronger than our Voltron barrier.
Yeah, mine too, Steve.
Huh.
More ground.
Well,
It's supposed to be whatever the best barrier on your ship is. So if your best barrier was
65,
then that's
yeah.
what it should be. But
Okay.
I forgot that there was a way for a tiny ship to get that high, so I didn't include it.
Yeah, these cheese balls over here.
Oh boy.
Man, that's a lot of sixes.
Hey,
Don't
just
say
add
that.
them up.
It is
Just
3:36, by the way.
So what
We're
is
on the clock.
What is half of 97? I think I have to do math for this.
Half a nine-
40.
48.
Yeah,
All right, so your ship takes 48 damage. That's
that
halved.
goes to our barrier.
Yep. The other Starworms also get slammed with that energy. You also get these readings that say radiation levels off the chart, radiation insulation in danger of being
shit.
overwhelmed. And you see that if you take another hit like that, you guys inside might have to make con saves versus radiation.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
All right. Next up. Oh no,
Yes,
it's
the
still
cat's
Starworms'
name is
turn.
Baron.
So it swings around its tail and slams one of the Starworms. High or low, folks?
Oh God.
Low.
Low, yeah.
Fine, I'm outvoted.
Okay, you should have went with Audrey. The smaller Starworm flies directly into the station, and you see part of the station get crushed by it. Hopefully,
Oh,
nobody
boy.
was in that part.
We hope not.
All right. Della, you up.
All right, well, I'm going to make a mechanics check to patch our barrier.
Okay.
So let's find out how this go, baby. I got
He's only good on camera, Zioko.
a
Otherwise,
24.
he's a bastard.
As
all
24.
cats.
Mm-hmm. like all cats.
24. Okay.
Yes.
He hasn't tried to bite.
D10 plus your mechanics check
Right.
to heal the ship.
Yes. 6 plus mechanics is 15.
15.
Yes.
Okay. You restore 15 barrier points.
Don't try to eat
Perfect.
dice.
Core,
something.
you're up.
We're barriers at about 50%.
All right.
Core, you are currently in short range.
In short range. Okay. I'm trying to think. Yeah. It's I can shoot my heavy guns again, so
You can shoot your heavy guns. You can use your sword. You can fire.
in short range I can use the sword, can't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should use the sword.
Yeah. Let's do that. Heck yeah.
Alright,
It's
go
still
for it.
your dexterity plus your proficiency.
And
It's
it's
a hit.
2d12 plus your dex for damage.
Activate sword.
It's how many d12s did you say again?
2.
It's 2.
What'd you get to hit though?
12.
17 on the die plus.
That'll hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's 20. That's 24.
Okay. You want to smite?
Absolutely want to smite.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna burn that last
Oh, wait.
second level spell slot.
Okay.
There we go. Let's see here. So 4 26. I'll take it.
26 damage.
I
And your
didn't roll
second
hot.
attack?
Second attack. Can I attack with the sword twice?
Yeah.
Sword, 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 sword.
Sword, sword. It's sword,
Sword,
times.
sword.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay, good. I was gonna be real sad if it didn't. And only a second.
What did you swing at? What did you swing at? Starwyrm?
Starworm.
Starworm.
It's like a toddler trying to fight Mike Tyson.
That
Yeah,
tracks.
your mech is only like 200 feet tall.
Getty, the chat demands cats. Gokudophilia.
Yes.
I think she's
The cat
cuddling
tax.
with Sid right now.
Oh no.
15 damage on the second sword swing.
All right. Seems good. It doesn't look hurt yet, but I mean, you're carving at it.
We're trying real hard. Does anybody
alright.
else have void missiles left?
You were the
Hard no.
only one who had them.
Dang it.
Unless we want to board it. I don't really have much.
Just bring that idea up a lot.
Just really like boarding, you know. Hashtag.
Considered boarding it?
Your buddies are gonna go ahead and make another volley of attacks. Oh, they did much better this time.
Oh, that's good.
Man, I can't roll d8s like I roll d6s. Let me tell you.
Hashtag board it.
Oh my god.
That's what chat says.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here.
Does everyone have their boarding pass?
66 more damage. It finally looks a little hurt after that last volley of hydrogen bombs from the Starwyrms. All right. Talco, you're
Get out.
up. You have sent your robot forward, and she's ready to be recalled. The ship is en route.
Yep, I'm doing that, and I will be ready to. I don't know how are we just like scooping up all the escape pods, or are we trying to
That's
like?
my plan.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to tie him to a big string or something. Like, I don't know how we're getting him out of here, but
Toe chain, toe chain.
We can just like.
You could use the shield and like cup
Yeah,
them behind it.
We could scoop them with the shield.
Yeah, change the shape of the shield to be scoop shape.
scoop shape.
Less effective for blocking, but more effective for fishing out escape
We could
pods.
just do that. That's fine.
Sure, I will do that as my action, and then the bonus action is recalling Rekka.
Sounds good. Yinda,
All right. What's the status of the folks on the station?
they're getting to escape pods currently.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna bring the ship in closer to start picking up the escape pods.
Okay.
and I'm going to. I would like to take evasive maneuvers to attempt to dodge whatever gets thrown at us next.
Roll your piloting.
All right, piloting is over a 15. It's a
Okay.
30.
So roll your end of turn AC boost with advantage.
All right, so that's gonna be same as last time, +4 to AC.
Okay, +4. Got it.
Look at us.
So your AC
Who'da
is a
thought?
21 right now, which is not bad.
No.
Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, I guess it's the Starwyrm's turn.
I like how you specifically refer to them as you've got your two buddies, and then there's the Starwyrm.
Starwyrm.
Well,
They're all
one of-
Starwyrms,
one
for
of
clarification.
one of these is much larger than the other two.
Would you say it's a Galaxy Starwyrm?
Yes, I would. So here it comes. Oh no! First attack's a nat 20. All right. So it comes in with one of its many claws.
At
It's a
us?
Nat 20. Yeah. Well, it's attacking everybody, but unfortunately for you guys, you're unlucky.
I hate this.
Just be glad it decided not to bite you.
God, okay.
Come on. Small favors.
I mean, to lean forward so the chat doesn't have to see my dog licking its butthole.
They gotta pay a premium for that.
Oh my god. We're not
All
doing
right.
this on
Follow
Midgardia's
her
channel.
OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh. No wonder the Starwyrm's going to destroy us. We've earned it.
All right. If its claw deals 32 points of damage.
Great.
All right. We still have shields, but just barely.
Okay, and the other attacks were for the other Starwyrms. So next up, we're at the top of the round with Della.
All right. This thing doesn't look hurt yet.
It looks a little hurt.
No, that's not very
It's
helpful.
A little inconvenienced.
Della, redirect power to the
Well,
shields.
I'll tell you, Audrey,
Yep.
it only has 204 damage on it.
That's fine. I am going to. It's not overclock. It's the other one. Divert power to
Divert?
the shields.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. From
Specifically from speed, because we're melee engaged with it right now.
what? Okay. Roll divert.
I got a 21.
You do it. So
Cool.
you gain 20 barrier points.
Okay.
And your speed is halved. Or
That's-
-4, which is half.
Which is half. Yeah.
Basically.
All right. Core.
Has those
Sword, 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 sword.
give the people what they want. It's sword time.
You can do the most because of your smiting.
That is true.
Smite it, you mighty smiter.
Ooh, does a 17 hit though? I don't think a 19
does
didn't, so
not.
that missed. So the first
Yeah,
one
that
swings.
misses.
It isn't able to pierce the Starwyrm's thick skin. All right, that'll do it though. 19 on the die plus a bajillion, 26. All right. First
2d12 plus your dex.
Yep. So 10.
Plus whatever you're smiting with.
18. 4, 22. My dex is 4, so 26. 26 points of damage.
Okay. I have another question for you, Aaron.
Yes.
You have a paladin ability to channel divinity to double the party's movement speeds. Is that something you want to do now as a bonus action?
Actually, that is something that I can do, and as a bonus action, I'll do that. Because I can
That
do it once
keeps
per
our
short
speed
rest.
normal despite
Oh, yeah.
diverting. So
Yes.
All right. Next up, Talco. I assume you're gonna scoop up those guys.
Yes, I will angle the shields
cradle
to.
them.
Yep. You scoop up the various escape pods as the mech shifts.
Hashtag
And
scoop it.
presumably you might want to. Yeah, as it shifts. All right, Yinda.
My
Yes.
well, I'm gonna since Rekka's back on the ship now, I'm going to bonus action to have her try to stabilize the shields and add some more points back to our barrier.
Oh, go for it.
Catching.
Smart.
Natural 20.
Seems good. 2d10
Hot
plus
damn.
her mechanics.
Okay, garbage roll on that, but plus mechanics. So 14 points back.
Nice.
Okay.
We will take it.
Yinda,
Yes.
as you shift the mech around, you have all the escape pods now. You know that there is a Talon on crash course with the fuel cells, which is going to blow up the station with the Starworm next to it.
Yep.
So it's probably better if you get the fuck out of there.
I'm planning to get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Course
Okay,
channeling
so
his
let's see
divinity.
here.
Dash, dash, dash,
So you've got
dash, dash.
an excess of
yeah.
energy to the engines.
Boost.
All right. So as a rogue, you can bonus action dash and action dash in the same
Yep,
turn.
we
So
go
go ahead and
in.
make your piloting checks. If you can get to 25, you can move your full speed each time.
12 plus 18 is 30.
Hell yeah.
19 plus 18 is a high number.
All right.
Woo.
So you triple move away from this
Boom!
madness, firing off into space, and the Starworm is going to take a swipe at you guys as you leave because he actually does get AOs.
Rude.
Yeah, what a jerk.
Well, I'm not evasive anymore, so.
Right.
Oh, wait, I need my end of turn AC.
You do need your end of turn AC.
28.
28. Okay, so plus 3. So your AC is a
19.
20 right now.
Yes.
Moment of truth.
It still hits you.
How much?
30 points of damage.
Ooh, it doesn't quite take our shields
snaps its-
down.
It's
Yeah.
teeth, around your shields, but they hold, and you guys boost out of there. As you do so, the Talon hits the fuel cells, and you see the first explosions, and then the second, and then it takes the entire station, and then it takes the ship next to the station.
Sweet Polly, come in. Sweet Polly, we need a hot evac.
And this wave whooshes over the larger Starworm as the small ones use its body for cover. And it looks hurt enough at least that this time when the smaller Starworms nip at it, it shifts and turns, and you see it open its mouth and blast a little bit of energy, tearing open a new wormhole. And sliding into it, even as the old wormhole closes up. And you guys fly as fast as you can away from that mess.
Oh. Something
You're
tells
dog.
me that system U753 is no longer prime real estate.
Yeah.
It is
Talco
not.
is going to fist bump Rekka, just like, honey, we just blew up a fucking space station.
Ah!
Whew.
All right. Well, with that, you guys will get back to the Sweet Polly, and the report, which is sealed for top secret after
Sorry
this.
to inform you, Commander, but I believe the station and the system is lost. But at least we got everyone out.
First deployment of the Voltron system was a total success, though.
It's Delta. Delta system.
Delta Protocol?
Voltron.
Scuffed
Yes.
Voltron reporting for duty.
Oh no!
What is it? A fallen vulture? What's the anyway?
I don't know.
Commander says, well,
Punished Voltron.
at least we have something good to write home about for our affirmations at the end of the day.
Ain't that just the
Can
thing?
you really ask for anything else? And with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it. Thank you everybody for participating and watching, and I hope you
donating.
enjoyed yourselves and donating.
The atrocious amount of. Well, I guess you got your answer. Whoever was asking what a Starworm is, because that was
Yes.
a pretty quick and
Thank
succinct
you guys so much.
demonstration.
Wow.
We have inconvenienced it, and we call that a net win.
Yes.
You did half its health from its like 600 health. You did about half of that. It
Oh
was
my
fine.
gosh, we were not gonna.
We're
at
we're
5.
alive. I take that as the win,
That's a
right?
win right there.
But
Hey, we
thank you,
saved the people.
everybody. Yeah, thank you, everybody who watched and donated, especially. This all goes to the Trevor Project, which again is a charity that supports LGBTQ youth. Stay tuned. Midgardia is going to be streaming. I don't remember actually what's following us, but it'll be on the next screen. And also, we mentioned giveaways earlier. So the first giveaway is going to be a set of the physical goods of the Spaceships and Starwyrms content. So we have two completely free, two print versions of the adventures that we've written, 2 source books, the core book and our monster manual, quote unquote. And then you'll also get a few extras with it, but there will be details on how to enter to get that content on our closing screen once we're done. So you'll be able to enter to win that. So good luck to everybody, and we hope you enjoyed watching.
We should probably say one more thing before we go.
Oh, yes.
Trans rights.
Yes,
Trans
also that.
rights.
That's why we're here. Trans rights.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all for us. So thank you guys
for
watching. If you enjoy Spaceships and Starwyrms stuff, we're on Wednesdays once a month. Spaceships and Starwyrms, twitch.tv/Spaceships and Starwyrms. So you can find us there. We love the Midgardia crew and
Yeah, they're
Trans rights.
great.
So
Yes.
see you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.